of Pelea. A certain Mr. Titus Steelborn, whom Ruby seems to not care for very much and would much rather just drop him back off at Farah, where he came from. Um, Following that, you guys decide to just leave him there, being watched over by Tim the Imp, and decided to go check out what was happening downstairs. Downstairs, you encountered Mr. Carrick Seabane, a real pirate's pirate, along with his crew, including the half-orc first mate named Sasha, and Jamie Allister, the bard, who you initially met in Gallon, and who has in his travels ended up here at Barvault, and has been singing the songs of your adventures. Alok talked to a parrot.
Well, Gallet did.
Gallet talked to a parrot. The parrot talked to Alok for a while, and then Alok got Gallet to talk
Alok
back.
was sort of successful with the pirate, like so far, pretty pirate, like good parrot talk.
Eventually the parrot decided to fly out of the window, whilst downstairs, Tarek Seabane is once again looking for his companion. Meanwhile, Suma and Ruby have heard from Sasha that the captain is involved with the ring in some fashion, or at least involved to the extent that Sasha would ask of Suma, what do you know about them, and how dangerous are they? Because I need to protect my captain. We're going to cut back into that moment. Let's say Suma and Ruby. You are at the counter. Ruby, you are still very drunk. Suma, you are not yet drunk. And have just, gotten this context from Sasha. You see Sasha, after that, brief stint of conversation, turns away as Seabane over there is, like, making a big shove, going, where is that bird? And kind of making a ruckus. Neither of you know where the bird is or have seen the bird yet. What are you guys up to?
I think just observing for now, although I guess I would, if he asks where the bird is, I'll look around to see if I see it. Just try to be helpful.
You certainly don't, because it is not here currently.
Nope.
But go ahead and give me a perception check anyway.
Okay.
On a 6, yeah, definitely not see it. I think you are distracted by how increasingly drunk you are realizing Ruby is right now.
It's very distracting. And also, I fear that I've just given Sasha some information she maybe shouldn't have. I don't know.
Ruby, what are you up to? How drunk are you, and are you trying to get drunker?
I mean, I don't see Tyne around, Gallet around, sorry.
Well, I mean...
Same person.
You definitely don't see Tylen either.
Yeah. Or do you? That would be scarier, honestly.
Cool. Your video's not working, so she actually can't see you.
Okay.
Otherwise, because, like, if he was egging me on to drink more, I probably would, but since he's not around, I probably would just stay at this level. I might try to be helpful with the bird search, but, like, not be helpful and be like, so what does the bird look like? And then if I have paper, I'll try to, like, just sketch it or something.
Yeah, you see Sasha goes, oh, it's like a black parrot, but it's like a rare breed from the Twin Isles. It has, like, horns on its, like, beak and stuff. It almost looks like a dragon crossed with a parrot.
Okay. It's got horns on the beak?
like its beak has like a rhino, kind of. Rhinos don't exist, but like a rhino.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Her name's Maggie, if it's helpful at all.
Okay. How does that look?
Let me see that.
I'll show my sketch.
Yeah, go ahead and give me, I guess, a dexterity check to see how, with disadvantage, to see how well you were able to control your extremities right now, your hands, in order to draw this thing.
Okay.
Ooh, on an 11, it's not half bad, especially considering how drunk you are. She's like, okay, I mean, I see the wings. and those are definitely horns. This will be certainly be helpful. Um,
It's
meanwhile,
exactly like Maggie.
yeah, yeah, the M is upside down. It looks like a waggy, but it's fine. We'll work on it. Um, meanwhile, upstairs with the boys, the lucky lads, Maggie, who you don't know is named Maggie, has just flown out of the window after you guys opened it for whatever reason, screaming, "In disguise! In disguise!" Um, what do you guys do?
I closed the window. We don't talk about this.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
got it.
Surely it won't come back to bite us.
Oh no, because it's gone.
It's
Yeah,
just a
it's
bird.
gone.
Yeah.
It's not like people can actually talk to animals.
Electra's nods.
Okay. Do you guys remain upstairs with the box, or do you want to go downstairs and do something else? Like, are you calling it for the night, or are you gonna go back down to the party?
Oh,
I'm saying.
but are you Alok?
Yeah.
This would be a pretty good time if someone could go under this, into the basement and just give it a quick glance before everyone goes to bed.
The basement. What basement?
The one,
The downstairs
yeah,
floors of
the
the.
downstairs.
Well, was
You-
Alok? Did he hear about it?
Yeah, we were kicked out of that.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
everyone's
Alright.
getting drunk and everything. Everyone's just gonna have a good
Yeah.
time, and you just make sure that there's nothing weird going downstairs. It's like probably not.
Okay.
This is probably just them storing their crew to be safe and all that, but just in case, because like they could be holding on to, I don't know, animals that they're not supposed to be holding on to. Some.
We've definitely seen that before.
Yeah. I just, you should probably learn each time something new happens.
Okay. I'll try my best.
I'll distract them somewhat. Bye. Then I'll go downstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I follow him, but I'll wait like a couple minutes or something and follow.
Okay. We'll resolve. Let's go with Gallet going down first because that is chronologically happening first. Gallet, you come downstairs and you see Seabane looks over at you as you come down and goes, "You there, boy,
Ah,
laddie.
ah,
Have you seen me bird around?
what?
Parrot-looking bird, horns on it. Likes to jibber jabber."
Parrots don't have horns.
Mine do. And
Wow.
you see he goes, well, it looks like Maggie's gotten herself into a bit of trouble again. I'm going to search outside. And he kicks the door open, and you at the counter, Sue and Ruby, you watch Thomas, the barkeep, go, like it hurts him. Like
Yeah.
he takes psychic damage from that, but it's like glances down at the gold, the hefty sack of gold that has been offered to them, and goes, "It's fine, it's fine, it's fine." And Seabane walks out of the tavern. Gallet, you are able to join Sue and Ruby if you like, or take another course of action.
I'll sidle up with Ruby again. And Sasha's there, right?
Yep, Sasha's minding her own business, but she's around.
I'll turn to Sasha. So, this Tarek guy, as I grab a new drink, what kind of guy is he?
That's Captain
Oh, sorry, Captain.
Seabane to you.
Captain Seabane. I was offered a job from him, so I'm just interested in the type of person, that's prone to do that.
Well, he's certainly a character. He's a good boss,
Good boss.
that's for sure.
That's good.
Not in a happy, cuddly kind of way. I mean, he's drunk now, so he'll give you that
Oh.
impression, but
Okay.
he's a good man.
That's good.
The kind you'd be willing to fight for, or die for, if necessary, because you know he'd do the same for you.
All right. He just sort of zones out with that. Like he had other questions, but somehow that hit, so he's just like looking forward now.
That's just like that did emotional
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, no, for just like cool. It says that cool.
If I hear that, I'm like purposefully looking away, like out at the crowd.
Okay, so unless anybody else wants to do something here at the counter, talking to Sasha or anything else, like following Seabane or talking to anybody else like around, because the whole crew is here. It's not just them two. There's like other like miscellaneous pirates there. If anybody else wants to do that, I'd like to zoom into Alok right now. As you follow after Gallet, assuming you're going to be sneaking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
You never know.
Yeah.
I do know.
It's a
You
roll
have,
of
like-
the dice. I'm gonna get
you
you
have,
one.
like- Yeah, okay.
What a crappy
all right.
roll for him.
That was average.
Alok, you are able to stealth down, picking your moments to either linger like in the shadows or not. While everyone's turned around and distracted, you see that Jamie Alistair has been peer pressured to start singing again, and so he starts singing this like half-finished song about the seamstress yarn that Gallet spun for him. That he's just like, I don't know why they would get sued for the clothing dye or something like that. You didn't give him a ton of details, but Jamie's trying his best. You were able to take that opportunity to slip downstairs, and you emerge out into a long hallway filled, with doors, like a hotel hallway, basically, with these stone doors on either side, stretching down a decent way. The length of this hallway is larger than the width of the actual tavern, so it expands out downwards.
Yeah, I just go down against the wall. Am I at the doorway then? I have to open it and shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
Is there-
doors here, right?
Mhm.
So, because obviously they booked a lot of them. You have to imagine a full pirate crew is going to command
Yeah.
much, if not all, of the space down here. So you don't know. I don't know if you're looking for something in particular.
I
Go ahead and let
wasn't
me know what
told.
that
I was
is.
just told to make sure there's nothing weird. I'll just I'll go to a door. How many doors do you think there are? So is it just one hallway with a bunch of doors?
Yeah, we'll say for simplicity's sake, like one hallway, a bunch of doors on
Okay,
both sides.
I'll just
So
go to
like rooms
one.
on both sides, like a hotel
Yeah.
hallway.
I'll go down like 4 doors. Go to one on the left.
Yeah.
I'll just go just a little listen in. Anything?
Give me an investigation check first, and then a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, in your investigation, you are able to determine what kind of the most expensive suite that is present here is. You have to imagine that it's not that luxurious considering what kind of place this is, but certainly the biggest room here uh, has been checked out. Doesn't appear obviously doors shut. You can't hear anything from within. So as you are walking past with a 9 perception check, it's less that you're having a hard time hearing it, and more that all the commotion is upstairs and there doesn't seem to be much if any people down here.
Yeah, probably also a little worried about someone walking down, so just a little distracted.
Yeah.
I'll check the door. Is it trapped?
With an 18, I'm gonna carry that 18 over. It's not trapped. There hasn't been any additional precautions taken on it.
Just locked.
It's just locked.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a little
Okay.
tee, and I'll try to unlock it.
Okay, give me some tools.
I'm very good at this.
Yo, you're really great, man.
Hey, I got any portents there? Oh, I can make it a little bit better.
Yeah, do you have your portent at all?
It'll just make it a 4. It'll make it an 11, not a 7 9. Yeah.
Okay. It catches as you are more used to operating with like metal doors or like wooden doors with like brass knobs, but it's like a stone door and perhaps that's a little bit different. And you're still a little bit stressed, so you find that it's difficult to open. However, you feel the door doesn't open. But for a moment, you feel as if you're being watched, scrutinized in some way. Like you get the sense that someone just kind of chuckled at your efforts.
I look around. Do I? Is it Maria? I think, right? I feel like
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is her name then.
Maria Millriver, yes.
Okay, I was right. Wow, I'm surprised.
But you can.
I'm bad with names, by the way. Let's see.
On an 11, you whip around and you do not see anybody.
Okay.
You do not hear the sound of a door closing or footsteps running away.
I know. I don't see her, but I know. I mean, can I try it again, or is there any downside?
I will say that the more tries you take, the more obvious it will be that someone got into this room.
Do I feel that with a second try, if I succeed, it'll be noticeable?
It
Can I
depends how
try
much
to
you
hide it?
That is covered in the Thieves Tools check, so I will say that the DC of making this so the DC to open it is 13, right? It's still 13. The DC to open it and have it be imperceptible to a trained eye is like 15 now, as opposed to just being 13 from before.
Mhm.
If that makes sense. If that
Makes
captures
sense,
it
yeah.
in, yeah.
Okay.
You got this. Easy
Just hit an
win.
8 or higher. An 8 or higher.
Easy
I
A
don't know how
lock
lockpicking
W.
works. Does oil help with lockpicking? I don't know how it works. I've never done it.
I don't think oil. I think oil would
No,
sort of.
maybe like oiling up the metal, make it like not scratch or something. You know. I don't know.
Ah, I
I'm
feel
not
like that
real
would be a
pro, like-
harder thing to match. Why is there
Let's clean it
oil?
away.
There's oil on my
I
door.
mean,
That's a
it's-
bit new.
I'll just try it clean. Yeah, I'll just try it. What's the worst that happens? He doesn't know it was us.
Yeah.
I'm a bad rogue. I don't steal, guys. I'm sorry. I don't break into people's houses.
You feel one of your picks snap inside of it and get a little bit lodged inside. It will be very obvious to somebody that somebody has tried to break into this door. You can retrieve your thing. You don't lose your thieves' tools or anything, but for sure,
Okay.
let's make a little roll.
I mean, it's just a little lockpick.
Just a little.
Those are
lockpick.
just lying everywhere nowadays.
I'm basically invisible. I mean,
Ah, you're fine.
Okay, nothing else happens while you're down here. Nobody comes rushing out of any doors. You have not been found just yet. You can stick around and wait if you would like. But whatever presence was there, you feel it again very briefly. But it doesn't seem to want to engage with you, or doesn't choose to engage with you, is what happens, basically.
right.
The door is.
It's unfortunate, huh? I'll just sending stone to Gallet. Let's say, I attempted to open, I believe, the captain's quarters, and I failed, and I think the lock's broken. Is the lock broken? Is that right?
It's not broken. You just broke off a pick in there, so you'd have to like kind of extract it out, and you're able to do that just fine. But it like leaves a bunch of marks. It's like it looks like someone tried to pick the lock.
So at this point, like, it's already over, so I might as well just go for it again, right? I was like, I messed up the lock. He's gonna notice it was tampered with. Should I keep going?
I just sip more of my beer.
Hello. Is this thing on?
Is anyone looking?
Sasha goes, your pocket's buzzing.
Darn, I have to use the restroom again. I'll be back.
Didn't you just poop? None of my business.
Look, I can do it multiple times. Don't judge me.
Alright.
Again, the bathroom. What do you mean?
So I attempted to unlock it, and then the pick like broke inside, and I had to scrape it out to get it back. So now
Oh.
the lock is very visibly tampered with. But I could attempt it again because it's already kind of too late to go back. It's up to you. What do you think I should do? Do I just get out while I can? I'm doing really bad here. I don't really know how to
I'm
break.
sending assistance your way. I use my telekinesis.
That's not the-
Tom.
Oh, no. Oh,
Oh no,
okay.
I'm sorry, Tim. Go invisible. Go downstairs. Help a lock out.
You sure about that, boss?
Yeah, I'll watch over the chest for a while.
Alrighty.
I'll go to the
Oh,
chest.
goody. A different task.
You
A
see,
new one.
Oh,
Tim. Yeah.
Go on.
Is Tim invisible as he does this?
Yeah, I told him to go invisible.
Okay. Tim invisibly floats down. What was your question if you want to ask it now?
How long have I been down here?
Maybe like a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. And no one's come down or done anything in the hallway yet.
Not so far.
Okay, I think for the remainder of my time down here, is it worth going invisible for? I have a magic item, but I think it's a one-time use thing. I don't know if I want to.
Yes, the dust. It's like
Yeah,
dust of
yeah, the
invisibility or
dust.
something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to do it just in case. How important is this?
It's
Could be very, could be not at all.
Yeah, I'll do it. I haven't used it in all this time. I'll try it. It's it's 2d4 minutes. It's
The
not that
dust
long,
dispute.
but if it's only been a couple minutes, I got 2 attempts, and
Yeah,
maybe it's
go
only
for
needs a
it.
couple minutes. 5. Okay, that's not.
Okay.
5 minutes.
For the
that's
next
not bad.
5 minutes, you become invisible. We
Okay,
cut.
that is one-time use, right?
Yeah, enough of it for one use.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We cut back to Ruby and Suma. You see that Sasha looks over to you, Ruby. You see she says, "So, what's going on with you?"
Nothing. I just heard about this bird. It's so sad. And
No,
I
like
just want to climb the bird.
people don't get this drunk for no reason.
I mean, you just drink a bunch of alcohol. Anyone can get drunk. Look at me. I'm one. Oh my god, that's so sad. One mug in, and I'm already like this. Doesn't take that much.
Your friend's not drunk. You see, she points at you, Suma.
Maybe some flesh a little.
Look at him.
She just,
He's
he
not a
just-
minor.
Yes, well, a decade or so of drinking the ale around here will give you a certain tolerance.
This one is tougher than you think. Okay. He
Is
looks
he?
all like elegant and refined, but he's a
As you
he is-
said, not a minor after all.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
right. He's real. Oh yeah, because he's what did we say?
I think I said I was an accountant.
Yeah, keeping the books and stuff.
Yeah, you saw right through that one, didn't you?
Right. She goes, "Okay, understood." You see, she says, "I forgot to mention, to you, Suma. I guess to both of you, because she's assumed this. Just assumes that you're in league with each other.
I don't
Uh,
think I gave her my name yet.
I was saying to you, Suma, as like the DM.
Oh,
not-
okay.
yeah.
I thought she
Yeah.
was talking to me.
I think your name. I don't think you've given any name at all right now.
I don't think so.
Galad is Kevin. Ruby is right now.
Excellent. Good job.
Laura, I think, is
Yeah.
the name for Ruby right now. She turns to you, Suma, and you see she says, in case you do catch that show tomorrow night, box 2 is where you might want to go. Probably going to be hard to get there, but box 2.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get in there? I mean, I think I'll be able to get into the show just fine, but to get a special box, that's a different thing.
Get creative. Or take him up on his offer, and you see Tarek Seabane outside to a passerby. You there? You wanna join me ship? Also, have you seen my bird? She goes, or you could ask him, but that's wouldn't recommend that option personally.
Not sure if he'd remember it tomorrow if I did.
Probably not, but you never know.
Alright. Well, I'm sure we can come up with creative solutions.
Cut back to Alok, and I guess not Gallup, but Tim. You see Tim, you hear Gallup, you hear in your head,
Hey, boss, he's not here. He disappeared.
Where are you at?
I'm
Can't
invisible.
see him, boss. He got kidnapped.
Wait. We have to actually talk in these things, Tim. Just listen to him reply to me. One more time,
Okay.
Airlock.
What's that?
Good job. Tim, did you find him?
Yeah, I found him.
Okay.
you see Tim floats over to where he heard your voice, and he goes,
All right, so I'm invisible. You're invisible. What's the fucking plan?
I don't really know. Would you be able to assist in trying to pick this lock?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
I'm
hell yeah.
gonna check back in with it, with Tim because I think he's getting a bit ahead of himself. Hey Tim, I don't know
Yeah,
if he
what's up?
needs help with the picking the lock. I was thinking maybe you could just go to the other end of the door, if there's any little bottom at the end, because you can become a spider.
Oh yeah. Let me do that. Let me do that.
can you do that? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you
How
can
big is
become
the
a spider.
spider? How big?
It's basically it's the ability shape changer. And everything in that is pretty small. It's got rat, raven, or spider. So
Let's say a rat. Okay, spider. I guess if it's a small enough spider, it could definitely climb through the crack. Okay, so Tim does. Let me see how. Okay, Tim is able to crawl underneath the little gap in the door and wow, shapeshift back into himself.
all right, just open the door
Echo.
if you can. I don't know if the unlocking process is a bit weirder now.
Yeah, he's able to
Okay.
unlock. This is not like a highly secure area. It's not like you're breaking into the ivory vault at the current moment. So
Oh.
yes, this can just be circumvented in this way. Yeah, Tim is able to open it up, lock the door, swings open before you. I would say
Oh wow.
the first minute has passed.
Okay. Then I will go in.
You step inside, and what you see is like a normal kind of a dingy looking room. It's more spacious than the other ones from what you can tell. There is a wooden bed with freshly washed linens, but they look a little bit worn to time. There is a large writing desk which has some scratches on it in a little tarnished silver mirror. You see that a very ornate golden bird cage is has been placed in one corner. You assume this doesn't come with the room, and you spy a little box of golden crackers, the crackers with gold dust sprinkled on them. Maggie's favorite treat, kind of like off to the side for feeding the bird. And you see that there is kind of like the captain's like personal effects are scattered about the room. So maybe some of the things that he doesn't want to wear out. So like his battle armor, the stuff that he would wear if he was like riding out in the sea instead of just lounging out at the tavern, is kind of strewn about. Dude's not very meticulous or fastidious in his keeping of his space. If you want to look for anything in particular, I'm going to need an investigation check.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't really have anything in particular. I was just told to come here. But I want to find anything that kind of dirty trying to find. I don't know. Maybe like some documents. I don't know if a pirate would keep that.
Cool. Yeah.
Anything like
Looking
that.
for
Anything that.
anything interesting to read.
Yeah.
And Tim
Yeah.
can give the help action here if
Yeah.
you want him to.
Alright, is this
Thank you.
investigation?
Yep.
My
On a
rolls are not
12,
today.
This is
on a
oof.
12, it's interesting because it's not hard to find. You see on the table and in a little wastebasket, there are a lot of crumpled letters. And it's very easy to tell because all of them, you can see that they're like multiple drafts of the same letter being written and then stricken through and then crumpled up and then tossed aside. The desk is littered with them. Um, you examine one of them, and they are all addressed to Draga Hearth.
Yeah, that's something. I'll move on. No, I'll
Okay.
take a gander. What's up with that?
You see that the handwriting is in big, bold strokes. Just from a glance, you can tell it's Tarek's handwriting. You see it is written in like pirate speak. Draga me hearty. I know it's been no stricken out. Draga, it has been many moons since last no tossed aside as well. And then finally it's like Draga. I need you to tell me how you did it. And that's like the latest draft that has not been finished yet. And you can see that whatever Seabane is trying to say or ask her, he's not sure exactly how to do it.
Okay,
Hey, Alok.
interesting. And this was crumbled up like in the trash, or
Yeah. So like he
So this was
hasn't
multiple
gotten
papers?
very far. This is real paper. He hasn't gotten very far. Every time he writes it, he just like crumples it up and starts over.
but this was all different pieces of paper, different.
Yeah, different
copies,
pieces of paper.
drafts.
So he like
Okay.
new leaf, writes, crumples it up, tosses it away. New
gotcha.
paper. Yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet.
Yeah, I'm also just speaking to the imp because I can just do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Draga wasn't part of the bar vault heist before, right? Like,
Oh, potentially. I don't know what she's up to, or what she was up to at the time. I don't know.
well, at least so we know that he's sending a letter, and it's not a sending. That means he can send it to an address that could get to Draga. Is there
That is true.
Is there anything we can do to like track a letter?
Not one that hasn't been sent, and if the one has been sent, I don't know how. I'd imagine if it was supposed to be some sort of secret message he was sending, they'd have some like specific spot to leave messages to each other to. I don't know. I can't see her settling down anywhere and having a mail spot to send letters.
As you guys exchange the sending, 2 more minutes have passed. There's 2 minutes left on Alok's invisibility.
All right, I'm
You
not
see
wasting
that Gallet, Suma, and Ruby, you see that Sasha stands up from the counter and heads downstairs.
Actually, I'm not there. I'm in the room guarding the chest.
Oh, you're in the room. Right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Don't worry,
Yes,
Alok. We
correct.
still have time. You know what?
Yeah,
Let's look around for anything else.
I want to find it. I want to look really quickly to see if there's any items that stand out that look like they could be magical or valuable.
Chino,
or just something very, very
I want to
Yeah.
see if there's a gun.
I am not looking for a gun. I don't even know what a gun is.
Interesting.
Unless we do.
Alok, I guess give me an Arcana check to see if you can detect any magic or anything like that. Or an investigation check for just regular items of interest.
I'm just looking for something that stands out that looks valuable or like just not a regular item, right?
Sure, give me another. Okay, I'm much better. There's your rolls.
Nice.
You hunt around, and I will say that you were able to. I think seeing Draga's name in that little missive kind of snaps you into a little bit more attention, almost like you remember your training subconsciously and go into like an enhanced state.
Yeah.
You are able to find a golden wax seal that has it looks to be a snake opening its jaws with like the two fangs like this. Like that's what the seal looks like. It is
It's a
golden and
snake.
green. A snake, yes.
Golden and green.
Yeah,
All
green
right.
and gold.
I would have only spent like at most a minute because I want to keep the other minute for getting away. So I
Yeah,
would
you
spend that minute.
definitely are able to like examine that, and you can sense like it's like the kind of thing you see it, and you're like, oh yeah, I need Suma to cast Identify on this thing.
Yeah.
And
it's like,
as you see that, unless someone has stopped Sasha upstairs, you're gonna hear her footsteps.
is the door still open?
I would have
I
assumed
closed
you
it.
closed it.
Yeah.
I would have assumed so.
I didn't say it, so I was worried, but like, yeah, I probably would have. And I got I hear footsteps coming down the hallway.
Have I found a gun?
Surely she's not coming here.
I guess
What?
give me an investigation check for Tim if you're really looking for a gun downstairs.
With a gun.
No gun, as
Ah.
far as you can see.
No gun. Okay, let's get out of here.
I'm gonna wait. Actually, if I listen closely, does it sound like she's approaching the door I'm at specifically, or just passing by?
Going down towards that part of the hallway for sure. Hard to
Okay.
say from the other side of the room if she's gonna stop right there.
And how much longer do I have on the thing? On my.
I'll say a minute because you spent a minute investigating.
I'll
And
use.
how long? How far away is she? Probably within a couple seconds. 10
Yeah, a
seconds?
couple seconds. So a very
Okay.
split second reaction here.
Hey, look, I'll
then-
just
yeah,
be
then I'm
using
just
the
gonna-
sending stones to let you know where she's going, because my imp can just go through the door
Okay.
while still invisible. So I'll just have the imp.
Either way,
that.
I'll stand off to the side, like near the entrance of the door, but like not where you'd walk to for any reason. So that way, if the door opens and she walks through before she closes it, I'll try to slip by.
Okay.
If she opens the door, obviously.
You see, you hear the footsteps stop right outside of Captain Seabane's room's door. You hear the door turn, the knob turn, and then a pause. You also hear the unsheathing of steel. As perhaps the marks on the door have been scrutinized and observed. If someone's in there, I hope you know I'm armed. Then boom, she kicks down the door in an instant.
I have Tim go uninvisible and try to take the blame and then run away.
Okay, what does Tim say?
You'll never catch me alive! And he just starts scrambling away.
Okay.
love that That's awesome.
What is Tim's AC?
Oh, it's not that high. 13.
13. She is going to swing at him. That's certainly going to
Yeah,
hit.
that does hit.
Okay. We'll see how much she does on that first attack. A 14.
He fully died.
Now, while she's attacking, is that like my moment to try to slip by?
Yeah, you are still invisible. So you are able to slip out invisibly as she cuts Tim in half.
And
So long, boss.
Good job.
At least it was interesting, huh?
And Tim is gone. That was an opportunity attack on the familiar as he scrambled away.
Yeah.
Because she was engaged. Okay. Alok, you slip out. Did you pocket the seal or did you leave it in there?
Oh, I took it for sure.
Okay, you took it for sure. Got it. You slip out and away invisibly, leaving Sasha to do whatever she was going to do in that room to her lonesome. All right, Alok. Upon the stairs as you ascend, the invisibility wears off, and you are visible as you arrive back onto the tavern's main floor. Ruby and Suma, what are we up to? Still chilling, observing the scenery, or does Alok's appearance at the doorway catch your attention?
Yeah, I guess how much would we have noticed of like both of them being out of the room and Alok coming back up the stairs?
Go
Is
ahead
it?
and give me an insight check on your own crewmates, on your own party. Would that have stricken you as odd? Do you think that they're up to something?
I don't know, so I'm gonna roll about it. That tracks. Okay, nope. Just chilling.
What
Should
truly
I
lies in
roll
the
with
heart of
like
man?
disadvantage or something because of my
Yes.
drunkenness?
Yes.
Hi. How well do I know people? Ooh.
Your thoughts are filled with thoughts of your own predicament currently. Alok, do you join your friends at the tavern or you go
Oh,
straight
hell
back
no.
upstairs?
I'm going back upstairs, yeah.
You go straight up back upstairs. So, Suma and Ruby, you're the only people who watch as Sasha comes back up the stairs holding a box of something, like a little metal tin. And you see she takes it outside and hands it to Seabane.
Hmm. Can I try to like sidle a little closer maybe to see what it is?
Yeah,
And then
you go
I'll
ahead.
like
You
sidle right behind Suma, like
kind of shimmy up to the door. Are you being surreptitious about this?
I think so.
Okay, both
Well,
give
I'm
me a stealth
trying
check then.
anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Ruby, you don't have disadvantage. Oh, you do have disadvantage.
Oh
Because you're
wait.
drunk. Because you're
Oh
drunk.
Well,
So Suma, you like perfectly like are creeping around, and Ruby like bumps into you drunkenly, and you both like stumble out of the door very briefly, and you see Seabane turns over and he goes, "Well, look what we have here. Did you
no!
want to feed Maggie as well?" And you see he opens up the tin and takes out these crackers, flaked with gold dust. He tosses one
Oh, did you find her
up
then?
into the air and he says, "Ha ha! No, but you can't resist these." And you hear the flapping of wings. Ah, crackers! Maggie swipes one up with perfect grace and then very drunkenly like slams into a wall and like recovers with like a bent wing and eventually returns to Seabane. You see, he goes, "Have you met my bird? This here is Maggie."
Well,
Huh?
hello there. Yes,
In
I would
disguise.
love to feed her a little cracker. That sounds lovely.
In disguise.
What's in disguise?
No, she's saying in the skies is where she was.
Oh.
what a
And you
smart
see Maggie
bird.
goes,
Oh, in disguise.
she goes, "Who's in disguise?" And she goes, "Ah," and then turns not at you two, but like at the door. And Seabane goes, "We've got some people sneaking about, do we? That confirms what Sasha was saying over here. Can you imagine an imp rifling through my belongings? Well, if that is the case, would you like to join me as we root them out?"
Oh, we can help.
What do you think?
No,
You see, Sasha goes, "We don't have to involve everybody in our personal disputes." He goes, "Nonsense! They're having fun! Look at them!" And he goes, "Well, seeing as I haven't heard any objections, come along now."
All right. Suppose so.
You feel a very powerful hand clasp your shoulder, very briefly as he like swaggers back into the tavern, with Sasha in tow. You see Sasha glances back at you two, kind of apologetically, and heads back in as well. Gallet and Alok. Alok, you rejoin Gallet upstairs.
Hey, I'm alive.
yeah,
Yeah.
that.
I got this thing, some like a wax seal. Here, I showed to him. I think we might need Suma to look at this, but I think it might be cool.
Well, hold on. It could be like a cursed object. I'm pretty good with those.
Yeah,
Arcana check. Do I feel this is cursed?
Probably not.
It's probably not cursed.
I mean, most
Uh,
of
That's
so.
that's a bit boring.
You are able to, Gallet, though. Give me a history check. On a 19 history check, this is the seal of the Viper, which is one of the legendary pirate ships.
Oh, this is the seal of one of the legendary pirate ships, the Viper. Huh. He probably has the ship. You know what? He might have a ship that's legendary. So, like,
Oh, wait, I thought we figured he did. No,
did we? I
thought
was
he
never
was part
told
of
that.
like the. Wait, I may have been in here, so maybe I don't know that.
I have no
I-
clue.
Yeah, me
Galat
neither.
said that he was notorious, like had a reputation.
Yeah,
but
he
not
was
that
notorious
I
and
thought
all
legendary.
that.
I thought like, I think maybe I wasn't there, but I think so. I wouldn't know this, but I think Suma had a conversation where like, or overheard people talking about.
Oh, that
his
he was
deal
part of the
with
council for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
But
not
Alok doesn't know
just
that. So.
them that are part of the council. It's like kind of all the pirates, kind of
Okay.
with a decent enough crew are part of it. But certainly all the legendary crews are part of it for
Mhm.
sure. So it's a reasonable assumption that has now been confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think we had that assumption. The two
Do
of
we
us.
have a stamp? We don't have a stamp. We just have the bottle.
I mean, should we make one?
I feel like
Well,
we need one now.
I
I
feel
feel
like
stupid. I feel like,
that's
yeah, of
just-
course we need one.
We still need someone to look at this. I feel like there might be something more interesting than just it being a seal.
I
Or we could
mean,
just keep a random seal around, right?
he was doing letters. You'd be like, from dearly the Viper.
Don't you normally like seal it? Don't you usually make the design of it with the wax after you seal it? Like once you put the wax on, then you.
Wax
Did the
on, wax
design-
off?
I'm just saying, I don't think normally the wax is.
Look, man, I don't know letters as much as you do, Fancy Pants. I'm Fancy Pants, actually.
Yeah, you're the fancy pants.
I'm Mick Fancy Pants. And I'll give that back to Alok. Yeah, so probably not magic whatsoever, but I mean, we could look at that. I'm down 10 gold because the imp died, so that's a bit unfortunate. And it's your turn to watch the box, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
keep an eye.
downstairs to make sure nothing is suspicious.
Hey, Galat, you open the door. You are in the hallway, the upstairs hallway, and you hear the clomping of boots up the stairs, and Maggie the parrot going in disguise, as Seabane and Sasha ascend. Ruby and Suma, you are following closely behind. I'm assuming. If you want to prep anything or do anything as you guys are walking up, feel free to do so.
Oh, I didn't realize we were going upstairs. I thought we were going
Me
downstairs.
neither. I might ask them too, like, why are we going upstairs? I thought you lived downstairs.
Sasha turns and she says,
Downstairs.
well, we bought the entire downstairs. Somebody is broken in. They're either on the ground floor, which is currently filled with our entire crew, aside from you two, and I guess the barkeep.
Hmm.
Odds are it's somebody living upstairs.
Well, what makes you think they're staying here?
I
Well,
I thought you said it was the imp, didn't you?
Yeah, but the way familiars work, you gotta imagine
I thought
they
the
had to have been close
point
by to know that we were
was
down here.
you.
And
We
if
should-
and if
should we-
Maggie met them, you see Maggie goes in disguise. They gotta be close by.
Seems a little like shoddy detective work to me, but you know, maybe people like to do puzzles differently here. I don't know, Sue. Well,
Well, you tell me. A bird comes in from the sky, saying that they just talked to somebody who's in disguise. Do you think that they were in the basement or higher up, where there are windows?
Makes more sense that she found them outside. I mean, she got outside, they could have been hanging out in the streets and they're imp inside.
You see, she turns and she says, "That's a good point." Okay. Do you want to switch to the
Wait, did
outside
she-
then?
is it
Yeah.
in disguise or in disguise? I feel like
I mean, in the skies, maybe they were on a rooftop or something.
She nods. She says, That's a good point. I didn't think about the roof. If we come up the stairs, it'll be harder to get up onto the roof without entering into a room first. Okay, I'm gonna try and scale the side of the wall. She looks at you, Suma. She says, "You look agile." Is that a weird word to use to describe a person? You look agile. You wanna come with?
Sure. All right.
Okay.
Can do that.
Turns to you, Ruby, and she says, "You're pretty drunk right now, but if you wanna come with, you're welcome to."
You sure that's
Try
wise,
not to
Ruby?
slow me. Try not to slow me down, guys. I'll just push out of the way and try
Got
to
it.
Okay,
go first.
so having convinced Sasha that there are perhaps a different place that they could have come from, you and Sasha, I guess all three of you, moved outdoors to search over there. You see Sasha moves out, looks up at the roof, and she says, "Either of you know magic?"
Little bit. What are you thinking?
I mean, if somebody's here and they're able to cast the Find Familiar spell, they maybe be casting some other sign spells too. Invisibility, maybe. Maybe something else.
I can certainly detect magic.
Useful. You want to
Might
hook a
also
girl
be
up?
able to, yeah, might also be able to get you up there a little easier if you
She
need.
goes, "I'll be fine." And you see she. Roll for
Natural one, please.
her.
Let me handle this.
You see she like hops up onto a crate, just slams onto like the little shingles off the roof, and just does a pull up, and then heaves herself up onto the roof. She goes, "I don't see anything yet. Do you guys see anything?"
Oh no, hang on, it's a ritual spell, all right?
Okay. Cut back to Gallet. You see Seabane climbing up the stairs. He goes, "Ah, there you are. Where'd you go, my friend?"
My tummy's been all messed up since I had that special drink.
In
Oh,
disguise.
what's
You see
up?
the bird starts flapping its wings at you. Seabane goes,
Leave the boy alone.
Hey, I'm sorry. Look. I had some crackers. Okay, I thought they were just lying around at the counter. I thought that was just for people. I'm sorry. I've just been having a hard time, Captain Seabane. That's all.
What now, boy? You had crackers.
Yeah, I mean, like, just complimentary crackers. I thought that's what taverns get. No?
Oh, you mean these crackers?
and he holds up one of the gold dusted crackers.
That's gold! Who would give that out complimentary?
Well, a gracious host, I would assume.
I get it, but like,
Bites into it.
the fool's errand doesn't. I mean, I'm not gonna be rude to our hosts, but, you know.
Give me a deception check.
Deception. What's the worst that could happen? You know?
You see Seabane's eyes. You see a little bit of the drunken humor leave his face for a second. And he goes,
You're staying here tonight, boy.
Oh, that was my plan.
Which one's your room?
It's that one.
"Do you point to the right room?"
Yeah, out of like scared and reflex, yeah.
He goes,
Let's take a seat.
and he gestures for you to open the door for him.
I hold my when I put my hand on the door, I put my hand in my pocket to grab the sending stone. You want me to
Mhm.
open my door and just walk on in? That's a bit weird, don't you think?
Aye, boy. Was I not clear the first time?
I'm a little bit tipsy, not gonna lie. Okay.
I see that.
I open the door and whatever Alok has been able to do within this small
Yeah.
amount of time.
What do you do,
okay.
Is
Alok?
there a hiding spot to dive into anywhere? Or
It's
is there
a
a window?
room. There's the window.
We have
You close the window. Specifically, you close the window. Under the bed, perhaps inside a closet, is doable. The crate is still in the middle of the room.
Would I have been able to? I don't really know if there is even a windowsill to like stand on.
There was a window and a windowsill.
Like
So
something like standable though, like you can stand on it, just very suspiciously. Like
stand on the
so I
windowsill?
don't know.
Like on the other
No,
side
not
of it?
yeah, on the other side. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
If there's anything out there to stand on,
Okay.
I
So
feel
you
like he's
want to
gonna look
throw the
around the
window.
room.
You want to throw
So.
the window open, get up onto the windowsill, and stand like, but out of frame, basically.
Yeah. So like you don't see me through the window, but from the outside
Certainly.
you'll see me.
Certainly. Certainly, you
Okay,
can do that.
I'll do that. I'll try to keep like I'll try to like put the window close a crack. Probably not fully close it without making noise,
Okay.
but yeah,
Okay.
I'm out there.
So this is what happens, okay?
Yeah.
Stuma, you begin ritual casting. As you see Sasha on a lookout walking up the roof, so Sasha's climbing up this way, you watch Ayla climb out the window this way. So Sasha's standing right here on the roof, Ayla is right here, like going like this
Yep.
against the wall, right in front of you and Ruby.
And not actually, I presume, having finished the spell, can I suddenly pretend that I've finished it and be like, oh, look, it's pinging over there, and point to an opposite rooftop?
Okay, see Sasha goes, I love wizards. It's Galen, as you're opening the door, you hear boom, boom, clomping on the above you.
What's
Sasha
that?
leaps off to another rooftop in search of the mystery magic user. Alok, you're clung against the thing. Gallet, you are kind of prodded inside by Captain Tarek Seabane. You both step inside. Alok is nowhere in sight. The crate is in the middle of the room. Seabane closes the door behind the both of you. Maggie goes, in disguise. And you see, Tarek goes, you're not who you say you are you?
Nah. It's Kevin McFancy Pants is indeed a lie. Yes.
And what's your real name, boy?
Well, you've never heard of it, but Galatabate.
I see. He looks at you and he says, you know, you're a good liar.
I don't think I am. I'm gonna be at the rate I've been going. I'm gonna be honest, Captain
Oh,
Steven.
Kevin Fancy Pants, which is
Okay.
impressive.
I guess.
I have to say, good liars are my second favorite type of liar.
What's it first?
Dead ones. So you best start telling the truth, boy.
All right. Well, it's not like it's too interesting. Would you like me to start from the beginning?
I just need you to tell me if you know anything about a break-in in my private quarters.
Your private quarters, I assume, is downstairs, correct?
Aye.
I was not down there.
Give me a deception check. I know what you're doing, but still give me a deception check.
Yeah, I know. He's looking like I
Okay.
wasn't
He
down
nods
there.
and he says, I see. The thing that remains, however, is that you are not quite what you seem.
Yeah. Like I said, I could offer you like the story. It's not that impressive. It's sort of sad, but like one of the things of why I sort of, when you showed up, a very notable captain. I was just when it would be weird for me to talk to a notable captain if you knew. Like if I was told you're pretty fearsome. Now you seem like a pretty jovial guy so far, but I would usually dodge a scary person. But I had to know who you were because I just heard of your reputation from my former captain.
I see. And who might that be?
Let me just double check because I never say his name, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Okay, yeah. He's no longer with us, unfortunately, but there's Captain Greenhide.
You see his face changes utterly after you say that. He goes, "You crewed under Captain Greenhide, did you?"
Only for a short stint. I was before that homeless. You sort of take every job you can get if you're homeless.
Well, alright, blessing you didn't spend too much time aboard his vessel.
Is it,
Greenhide.
is it
You
weird?
see his face twists in a scowl. He says,
Was a scoundrel and a snake. And a sorry excuse for a sailor.
Well, hold on there. He seemed pretty fine to me.
you see he looks at you and he says,
Then you did not know him as well as you thought you did you, lad? On the sea, a man is only as good as his word, and Greenhide broke too many.
Insight.
"Go for it." On a 16, he certainly means what he's saying.
That's
Although on a 16, you can sense that he feels he has been wronged by your previous captain tremendously.
doesn't sound. That's Captain Greenhide. Are we talking about the same Captain Greenhide? The one that robbed the Bar Vault Bank, like we're talking about the same guy, not some other Greenhide. You might be thinking of another.
Aye, lad, the one and the same.
What did he do?
The man you knew, especially if you met him rather recently before his untimely passing, was not the man that I knew.
He leans in close and he says,
We served under the same captain once. We served on the same crew on many occasions. He let me down. He let all of us at sea down. And I'm afraid someone like you will never quite understand the gravity of what he did. Because the seas aren't the same as what they used to be now. Pirates aren't the same, sailors aren't the same. We cow before the wrath of navies and storms. This was never the case back in the old days. But unfortunately, the age of pirates is long and gone and dead, and there are very few who still understand the meaning of our flag.
looks at you and he says,
If you ever want to know what it takes to be a real man of the sea, I'd like to make you a real offer. Not a drunken one made at the bottom of a bottle, but a true one. I see in you someone who's killed before. Someone who's died before.
Okay, that's a weird one that you can tell.
You can always tell, boy. Always. A little bit of the light fades from someone's eyes each time they go. It don't matter if gods are smiling upon you or you have someone on hand to heal you. That little bit of light never comes back.
he says,
But while I have you, did your old captain ever tell you how he broke into the vault?
No, it seems like he did not tell me everything. He didn't.
Shame.
I don't think he actually really told me that much even about him doing the vault. I've heard a lot more about it from everyone else here. Seems like he did not care to bring it up.
The tragedy of Greenhide is that he was a great man once. And then he turned coward and slinked away to do what the fuck he was doing the last couple of years. The heist on the vault was the last great thing he ever did.
you see he finally glances over at the crate and he goes,
The hell is that?
Yeah, that's my crate.
What's in it?
Lots of water.
Weird.
I keep
I
water
want
in
to
my crate.
see.
he makes a move to
Wait,
go
hold
for the
on,
crate.
hold on.
Uh-huh.
Captain Seabane.
Yeah.
When I say there's water in there, I don't mean a chest full of water. I'm saying that we won't have a place to sleep tonight if you open that amount of water. I and my crew, my friends, that's, I call my friends my crew, we go about gallivanting, you get magical items on the way, we're pretty, we have some stuff, and, this is a lot of magic water. This is a lot of water. Just a ton of water. And
Yeah, you're gonna have to give you a deception check on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, so far I haven't been lying. That's a whole lot. Like, I understand I
Okay.
understand any reason why you would doubt this, but imagine if there was just a wizard that had enough time to stack as much water in a crate. That is where I bring it along with me because it's like a bomb, basically.
I see.
Yeah.
You're an interesting one.
Yeah, some say.
In disguise.
Shut up, Maggie. Turns to you and he says, "You fancy another drink, son?"
I assume you're not talking about opening the chest and exploding everything with water.
No, heavens no.
Okay, yeah, let's go downstairs and have a drink.
And you see, he looks at it and he says,
I don't fuck with exploding water.
Who does?
That's weird.
Yeah,
and he turns away, goes to get a drink. Meanwhile, Alok, you're against this wall. Ruby and Sumi, you're just staring up at him while this conversation is happening. Alok, you probably hear all of that, by the way, depending on how long you stick around.
Listening. If I hear him leave, I'll just do like a nervous nod to them as I start to creep back in, and I'll go in the window.
Wait, was that? That wasn't.
Ruby, just lay low for a second. Sasha, did you find anything?
You hear no response.
Meanwhile, I've laid down on the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's probably fine. You just stay there for a second. I'm gonna use a gust cantrip to just hook myself up to the roof and see
Okay,
if I can see Sasha.
I will still require an acrobatics check.
Sure,
But give me with advantage, though.
sure. What?
Okay, on a 20, you gust up onto the roof, land gracefully. Ruby, you get a great show of that. You see the whole thing unfold in front of you. Alok, you're against the wall. You just feel the wind blast you like your clothes and like your hair a little bit as Suma zooms up onto the roof. Suma, you look down each and every way. Give me a perception check.
Mhm.
You remember which way she went, so if you're on this roof and you don't see her, you can just travel to that one.
Can I use the winds to my advantage?
Yes, you may. On that 20, you look over at the next rooftop and you see a figure slumped down, face down on the roof.
Oh, I'm gonna there as fast as I can.
You get over, no roll necessary. You leap up onto the other side of the roof, dodge, roll onto the landing gracefully. You walk over and you see Sasha has been knocked out cold. A big bruise on the side of her temple.
Can I stab her with my healing dagger?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, so it's just, just to see if that wakes her up, hopefully. I don't know if I still have to roll if she's unconscious. If she's unconscious.
Ow.
Hey there. You alright?
Yeah, no, thanks for the tip. They were here in this direction. Got the
Sorry.
jump on me, though. I think they were invisible.
Did you see anything?
Uh,
Or hear anything, maybe?
they were fast as hell. Red. I saw red. Red hair.
Red hair. Didn't Marisa have red hair?
Marisa did have red hair.
Well, that's interesting.
But a lot of people in this world also have red hair, so
I
like,
know, but it's like
let's
a
not
lot. It's a
let's
big
not
coincidence.
chase
She
the
was
red
singing.
herring. Is
No,
all
I
I'm
know.
gonna
Honestly,
say.
it was
Red
the
herring.
only other redhead was Ruby, but now she's not even a redhead anymore.
Well, I'm gonna tuck that away and just sort of put my hand on her shoulder and say, "Wait here, just a second. I'm going to do a little investigate, I guess, on the. I just want to like take a look around this rooftop to see if I see anything that might have been left behind by accident or
Or go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
anything like that."
On a
8
12, you look around. They seem to have vanished without a trace. Whoever, if it was Marisa, she's good at covering up her tracks. Or at least pretty stealthy.
Well, you look pretty worse for wear. Do you need a hand down off the roof?
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Oh. You help her down. Well, you help her to this edge of the roof, and she says, I'll probably be fine. Where'd go?
Oh, she
Is she
took a
safe?
little lie down over on the side of the road. Probably should
Yeah.
make sure she's okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to take a lie down too. She hops off. She just jumps off the roof, lands very awkwardly, and she goes,
Oh.
I'm good. I'm just a little bit dizzy. And returns. You see, Sasha stops by to you, Ruby, and she goes, oh, wow. He wasn't kidding.
Nope.
You good?
Not.
Shh, I'm lying low.
Yeah, I gather.
Do you want to come back inside with us? I think we're done out here.
We're done lying low?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. It's just the ground's really comfortable.
I know
right
it's
now.
so
It's
comfortable. You know what's even more
cold.
comfortable is a bed, our bed.
I don't know. And I start crawling into
I just
my
grab
bed.
her arm and like pull her, except she's really heavy.
She's not
And
wearing
I'm
armor
weak.
anymore, so you might be able to drag her a little bit. Sasha can help you for sure.
Yeah.
You see Sasha goes, is it cool if I just pick her up, or is that fine?
Up to her, really.
Looks at you, Ruby. You want a lift, or?
I think I would have. I'm just probably like out at this point.
Okay, picks you up and goes, just take me where she needs to go. And you guys all walk back in. Some very interesting nat 20s coming in there. Oh man, a nat 20 deception. I want to open that fucking crate. So bad. But it is unopened, and Tarek is unaware of what happened there. You guys go back in. Gallup, you take the captain back up on his offer of having the drink downstairs, or do you retire? Okay, so you all reconvene in the tavern. Sasha with Ruby in tow. Shima right behind, or I guess Alok is still. So Alok, after you are against the wall, what do you do once you hear that Tarek leaves and Suma like puffs up onto the roof?
I crawl back in.
Okay, you just climb back in, none the wiser, perhaps internalizing the information that you just heard. Do you stay up there? I'm assuming probably, but
I close the window first, and
got
then
it.
because that's very important, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I'd be going back down there. I feel like I've overdone my part, overextended a bit. So yeah,
Okay, understood.
I'll just hide off in the corner, maybe under the bed. Just watch the door.
Okay, you just watch the door.
Worried.
Understood. You see all of you gather in the main room. You see Tarek looks over at Sasha and Ruby and goes, well, looks over at Gallet and goes, ha ha ha, it all worked out. I think.
You guys found him?
Not quite. They found us.
What's with the welt?
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Whatever happened to the intruder?
And you see Sasha goes, sorry, Captain, I gotta
taken by surprise. And he goes, taken by surprise? He stands up, walks over to Sasha, and he goes, take that girl where she needs to go, and then meet me back. She nods solemnly, and walks with Ruby. Ruby, are you just pretending to be unconscious, or are you actually sleeping?
Should I roll something to determine if I'm actually sleeping or if I'm
Up
just
to
like
you.
thinking
Up to you. If you want to roll for it, roll for it.
Let's do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. If you fail it, you pass out. Okay, you're good. You can retain consciousness here. You don't throw up.
Okay. I'll stay quiet for this duration while we're still downstairs.
Okay. So, Sasha takes you back upstairs. She goes, Suma, do you just come with her to show her where it is, or?
Yeah, I'm probably just showing Sasha to like our door, and then I'll offer to take Ruby's like arm over my shoulder and just be like, sounds like it's time to put this one to bed. You can take her from here.
Before I go, I'll just can I just tap her forehead and do like a quick healing word?
Okay. So you tap her forehead and then say a word to heal her.
Yeah.
And she goes, huh. She's full of surprises, isn't she?
Sure is.
Interesting. Well, all yours? Yes, Gallet.
If I see them going upstairs to put Ruby to bed, I'll do the same thing with my hand in the pocket to warn. I like are they taking Ruby? To the room?
I think so. I really don't know what's going on over there.
That's weird. Okay. Seems
Some
like
funny business.
Yeah,
I
it seems
bet.
like they had a lot of stuff happen for them. I don't know. Cheers.
Cheers. Clinks a glass with you. Okay, the door opens and Suma comes in with Ruby into the room with Alok. Although Sasha lingers in the doorway for a moment, just goes, great. Weird. See you guys. Then walks off. Having been summoned by her captain. So Ruby, Alok, and Suma are now together in the room. Although I guess you don't see Alok because he's hiding under the
Well,
bed.
I think with the message, I would know that they're coming. So they probably
Okay.
open the door, and I'm like halfway crawling out of the bed. From under the bed.
Oh Lord, what is that? Oh, it's just
Oh,
Alok.
hey. Yeah, no, I was just under the bed.
I thought you were like a bed monster or something.
I've been,
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing that's happened tonight.
yeah.
Yeah. Why were you on the windowsill?
Yeah,
I
what
would
was
have
that?
gone out of Suma's arms at this
What?
point because I'm
I
probably
think
fine.
you must have been drinking. I don't know.
Good
No, we
deception
definitely saw you.
We
It
definitely
was
saw
plain
you.
as
Well,
day.
That's a little
okay,
insulting,
so-
honestly, that you would try to pass that off as us being drunk. Okay?
I,
I'll remember that next
it's
time we go in
quite
combat.
weird. The captain, he was here, I think, questioning Gallet, potentially for something I may have done. But I think Gallet managed to clear it up. And he left. I was hiding it outside though.
Did the captain come
That
in the
him?
room?
I believe so. Yes. But while I have you here, Suma, I'll pull out the wax wheel.
Oh,
It
me,
was all
yes.
for this.
Yes, I may have stolen this from the captain's room when I
Oh,
was
lovely.
investigating. Maybe you can see if it's magical. I don't know if it is, but it seems important.
Sure, I can take a look. I'll take it and I'll identify it if it is magical.
You cast Identify. The Viper Seal is unique in that it has an enchantment wherein letters, specifically communications, that are marked with it, will find its recipient no matter where they are
Oh.
within the same plane.
I say as much.
What does it do?
it'll allow whatever is marked with it to be go to its recipient, to whoever it's intended for, no matter where they are in the world. Not in a
So,
teleportation way, but like, actually, yes, in a teleportation way.
so there's like two of them then? One person has one has the other? Or how does that
No,
work?
like if you stamp a letter with it,
Yeah.
it'll instantly transport to whoever it was addressed to.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so
It doesn't mean that they
So
can write
like
back.
she doesn't need an address.
The best
for-
yeah, yeah.
sendings.
So then we could send something to her.
To who, Alok? What is this? Where did you and where
Uh,
did you get this and what's happening?
yes, I may have borrowed it from the captain, who is, by the way, a bad
Mhm.
man, so borrowing is okay. Um, and what was the other questions?
Who was he writing to? Do you know?
Draga. I don't know why. Probably just loose acquaintance, but yeah,
Ah, there she is again.
she's showing up, huh?
That Dawn Dragahearth.
Yeah, she's a little,
Thank you.
yeah, she's a little tricky.
What
Oh.
did
The imp they're talking about was Gallant's familiar.
Huh?
The imp was Gallant's familiar then.
Yes, for sure.
What were we gonna say, Suman?
Oh, I mean, I was just wondering what he was writing to her about, if you found something like that.
No clue. It was I don't know. I have no idea what it was, but this does give us a way to contact her if we ever wanted to. If we ever want to meet up for any reason, I don't think we should, but if we wanted to. Also, it allows us to message people without using one of your magical capabilities for the day.
Well, sure, if you want them to think it was sent by the captain of the Viper.
What is that right with the seal?
I assume it would have the seal on it.
Sure.
Yeah, you have to stamp it with the seal for it to work.
Ooh, wait. This is perfect.
I mean,
I-
potentially a good way to sabotage, perhaps. I don't know.
You know what his writing looked like? Maybe we could forge it.
Oh,
Forge a
I
letter
have
from it.
plenty of ideas of what we could do with this if it arrives with the seal.
Just be careful if any of his crew are familiar with locating objects. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Just a thought. But they didn't seem particularly magical, but you never know.
Can I hold on to it for now?
Find his keepers.
Thank you.
It's a dangerous thing to tell Rogue.
Wow.
I certainly don't want to be
Yeah.
caught with it on my person.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna be able to get away with it, maybe the person with Dimension Door, but I'm sure it's fine.
Didn't take that today. But...
Cool. I'll pocket it. Planning my. Oh.
Now you have an evil plan. So cute.
You just see Alec rubbing his hands together, like, what is going on?
Oh no, he wouldn't be doing that. He would just be like a child, like giggling, trying to hold it in.
Oh yeah,
Never-
that's way
I've
less
never seen
suspicious.
him like this.
Oh no, it's suspicious. It's just not devious. It's more tee.
Incredible.
It got back down.
Downstairs.
Oops,
This is
filter.
about it. This is about right for my situation.
Yeah, actually.
That doesn't make sense. My hand is nowhere near the button. Okay. You guys are. You see downstairs. Sasha returns to where the captain Seabane awaits her. You see, she looks right at him, and he says, "So you were taken by surprise and rendered what could have been a fatal injury. You walk away with but of a bruise and perhaps a concussion, but you were ambushed." She nods, and you see he says, "You do know I expect better of you, don't you?" She nods again, and he says, "Don't let it happen again." She nods again, and you see his hand, lightning quick, draws his sword and slashes her across where the welt is. A slight nick. It starts bleeding, and you see he says, sheathes his cutlass, says, "Help the swelling reduce. Tomorrow night, I want you on your guard, with your wits about you. This whole town's a city of snakes, and we both know that." She nods and says, "Aye, aye, Captain." Turns to the rest of his crew, and he says, "Y'all know here that I would die for each and every one of you. Which means I am to hold you to the highest of standards, because if I die for common filth, or cowards, or folks who are not doing their best, I shall be rightfully disappointed in hell. Do you understand?" The mood immediately, shifts, everybody just, kind of stops talking, stops laughing, and Sasha keeps, a straight face as the blood trickles down her forehead. He looks over at her, and he goes, "Someone patch her up." He turns to you, Gallet, and he says, "We'll have to belay that final drink. I'm suddenly in the mood to retire." He turns, and the commotion in the tavern goes from 100 to 0 as the captain strides down towards his quarters.
I guess I'll just stay silent there with my drink until every single one of his crew goes down, I guess. I assume they're all following him to their quarters? Or
Yeah,
not?
eventually you see everybody kind of finishes up their drinks, cleans up their card games that have spilled out across the tables that have been piled, pushed next to each other. People begin one by one to turn to bed, and you see Jamie walks up to you kind of as closing time is in full effect. And he goes, "Do you like my composition?"
I really did, actually, yeah. I'm sorry about all this and the beginning there with Big Fancy Pants. That's
No, it's all right.
gotta be safe.
You don't get to be a traveling bard without knowing how to, talk your way out of a situation every now and then.
Yeah. Hey, I'm happy you're doing better. Seems like you got a
Yeah, of
lot more stuff
course.
going your way.
Well, the recent bout of inspiration. I just want to thank you again for the commission. It's, it helps. Every bit of it helps.
Yeah, thanks. And it helps me. It helped me too. It's been. I haven't. You last met us when we were winning. It's sort of been a slope downhill since. So, a memory of when we were at the top was really appreciated.
He goes, "Hey, well, that's the hero's journey, ain't it? You always gotta fall before you rise."
Even if it's from the dead.
Sometimes. That seemed a little bit like it had more meaning than perhaps I thought initially.
Eh.
You see, he goes, "Well, I'm gonna be playing, maybe a couple more nights here. After that, packing up, taking the next ship elsewhere. As I recently discovered, things are a little bit hectic here in Polita right now,
Yeah.
so I think, different island, change of scenery, probably best for me. Besides, once everybody here has heard your song already, it'll be good to spread it again somewhere else.
That's nice.
If you have any time, I'd love to hear, if you have any more fodder for the imagination. I'd love to hear something."
Before we leave, I'll see if I can drum anything up. But so far, it's only something that can be played with a violin. Bit sad. Maybe things will change in a couple of days. You'll be shocked how much things can happen within 24 hours.
Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. That makes no sense in this context.
You said
Rome
rum?
doesn't exist.
Rum wasn't built in a day? I mean,
Yeah.
it takes a long time
you know
to
what they say.
ferment.
Palestrom wasn't built in a day. you know. But it sure feels like it sometimes. Anyway, I'll bid you adieu.
Yeah, you too.
And you see he also goes upstairs as he has purchased a room there, and retires, leaving you kind of alone in the bar with Thomas cleaning the counter. Do you linger there or do you go back upstairs?
I finished my drink. For a little bit, I walk outside and look at the night sky.
You look up and you see a little bit of moonlight filtering through from the crater at the top of this mountain of Barvault Mountain.
Okay. Just a couple of minutes to breathe, and then go back to my room.
Okay. The door opens and shuts, and you are all once again in the same room, concluding this very chaotic and messy section. You all watch Gallet walk back in.
Are you guys sure no one's listening in? Got no... Are we actually safe?
You're muted.
Perfect. You cast silence on yourself.
Yes,
They'll
I
come
did.
in.
I can do a detect magic if you like to just make sure there's nothing funny business.
Yeah. Alok, can you check where you'd be hiding if you were trying to listen in?
Yes.
I'm just saying we sort of know who's downstairs.
I don't think there's many hiding spots in this room, but I'll take a look.
Maybe someone can stay on the roof and listen, or I don't know, with a windowsill, you use that.
I don't think that's very viable. Also, I don't know how they'd get there, but I'll look around. I don't know. I'll try to look around in like hiding spots or
Just any way that someone can
Likely.
listen to us.
Oh, I can cast silence.
that would silence us.
That would
for
effectively
Wait,
we would be
really?
silent.
You just straight up cannot. Yeah, there's no noise.
Wait, no,
made.
we can use ASL though. We've all learned ASL, right?
I think only I have.
Yeah, I
think
think
we
so.
have.
I think so, yeah.
Ruby's bringing it up, but even Ruby doesn't fully know.
I thought I learned a little bit. Okay, never mind. I'm still drunk.
Also, if we make sure there's no one in here now, I can cast the dome in the room, and then no one
Oh.
can enter after that.
Is the dome soundproof?
Well, no, they could still technically listen in, but at least they couldn't get in.
I think that's less of importance, but if you feel like the need. I'm just gonna sit
Might
on
as
the
well.
bed and wipe away some sweat.
Mhm.
The days have been rough. Whew. Hmm.
The dome goes up. You were able to determine that there's nobody else in this room right now. Just the four of you and your friend Titus in the crate.
I let them know that it was this crate of ours is indeed a water bomb.
Not entirely incorrect.
Yeah.
And I learned that someone has been snooping around. I initially just said that to put Sasha off of our scent, but she got knocked out by someone snooping around on the rooftop with red hair, apparently.
Well, there's only one person in the world now with red hair.
Clearly, there's only one.
What does Draga look like again?
Looking that up right now.
We have her
don't
wanted
think I
poster that we
described
took. I guess we know what she looks like because of the poster, unless there
Yeah.
wasn't a drawing on it.
Half orc. That's all I got.
Half elf, right?
Half elf.
Oh, I was way off.
Close enough.
Well, then who's in jail?
Yeah, I never described her. Do I know? Does she have red hair?
She can if you wanted to.
I don't know. I don't know what she looks like.
If only we had a means of contacting her. Unfortunate.
Oh well.
If only Suma actually met Draga, then like we could have a chance.
At this point, I feel like I have met her, and shouldn't that be enough, really?
I don't
But
know about how
Alok,
spells
you
work.
had a Alok, you have something, don't you?
Yeah, potentially, but did we do that? I don't know if that's a can of worms we want to open. I also haven't talked to her in a long time. For all I know, she's forgotten about me or doesn't care about me.
Wait,
It
we
would
can
turn on
contact
me.
her?
Possible.
In a way, yes. Although we can't exactly prove that it's us necessarily, but we could.
Surely there's something that only you two would know about.
Probably.
Like an embarrassing secret that you'd be fine sharing with friends.
Exactly.
Though I don't know. I mean, it's also information that someone could get out of us through torture or such. I just don't. We just really can't confirm it's a direct email or message, not email, direct message from us.
Email, huh? Interesting
What is
idea.
that? It's ethereal mail.
Oh,
Hmm.
Ethereal.
I like it.
Never
You
heard
don't
of
know.
Ethereal.
Me neither.
Must be a
Or
new
is there a
Mithril.
theme? Can you include something that only you have in the letter?
I could try.
You don't need the amulet, right?
Well, oh, you mean like an item?
Yeah. I was thinking.
Have
Yeah,
my
just
amulet.
saying.
He doesn't know about
Okay,
the
whoopsie
amulet, so-
daisy.
The amulet came after I last saw her. Yes, we could, but more importantly, I have another letter I need to send her through this thing that is not from us.
Hmm.
Do tell.
Don't worry, I'll work on it quick, and then we can make our letter.
Okay, what is this
Secrets.
then?
All
Gallet,
right.
I need your
No,
help.
I accidentally clicked it. There's no... Unless Alok holds onto a body, like a piece of body from Draga. This is nothing.
Yeah, you haven't met her.
Piece of a body.
Oh yeah, no, it says I don't need to meet them if someone has a piece of their body.
Alright.
Lock of hair.
Well, I have her finger right here.
Oh.
Wait, why do you have that?
He's just been
She
carrying
gave it
that
to me as a
around.
good luck charm.
Well, okay, now we can work with that.
Yeah. But Gallet, I do need your help for this letter, though.
Okay, so with the oh, so we... Okay, I think I'm now... I know no one actually explained what was allowing this.
Here, I'll
but I
explain it
think...
to you, but in a different room.
Alright, see you guys
Trust me.
later.
You leave the dome?
Yeah.
Well, we're in a dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Suma's dome.
Yeah, I mean, I assume I don't know how big our room is, but I assume it encompasses the whole our suite because it's like 20-foot radius or something.
Okay. Then maybe the four of us can do it together. It's just I don't know if the two of you are into this kind of thing. Gallet, I want to
I
send
wouldn't
her a
know.
fake love letter from the captain.
Perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Send whom a fake
All
love
right.
letter?
Draga.
Let's start with the very obvious. Yar. With I'm gonna say
Naturally.
4 R's.
Well, I did see some of his drafts, so I have an idea of the way he speaks and writes.
Yeah,
At least to
yeah, he would start with a Yar.
Would he?
Probably.
Yeah. Yar. Wait, okay. Yar, the apple of my eyes. Like that's already a good start for a pirate.
Okay. Chino.
Hmm.
Would he? I would like have an idea of how he started all those messages. So
Yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah.
there's probably like similarities between all of them, so I can get like the general idea of the and a believable
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've only seen the start because he's always thrown it out every time after, so we'll have to guess going forward. But
I am so invested in this.
yes, this is interesting. All right, so and Suma and Ruby, I guess you are here as well, so you can jump in whenever if you have any ideas.
I'm just interested to see what you write.
Well,
I
that's the
didn't
thing.
know how
I'm not very
into.
creative in such.
Well, this is a
things.
creative space we have, a creative dome space.
Yes, for minds, you know.
For minds that have to think like a pirate. Perfect.
Yes.
I
Actually, that's true. You are a pirate, which makes this a lot
yeah,
easier.
yeah, I mean like yeah, it's I think I still nailed it with the opening.
I
Yar,
think
the apple of my eye.
you know a couple of his messages did start with that. So, well, not the apple of my eye, but the yard. So, I think that's fair.
Okay.
Now, where do we go from there? I think that's a strong opening.
Okay, so you're not loving the apple of my eye?
No, I think that's fine. I think it's just strong. So where do we go now?
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe we shouldn't start
I
with
think that's
Yar.
yeah, it's a little hard hitting. It's just
Yeah.
right out of the gate. I feel like it needs to be a build up to his confession.
We do a simple "How you been? How you been?"
I
How
like
ya
that,
been,
actually.
lassie?
Um, I like that, Ruby. Actually, I think it's just a nice casual greeting. That's something he would do.
Is he? He seems super strong.
No, in his messages, he was a little more direct off the beginning. What were the messages like again? Wasn't it just like I don't remember?
Was it a little bit formal, like the way that pirates are real romantics? They like to put flowery metaphors in their writing.
Okay, so Yar, the apple of my eye, is
Yeah,
actually
that's a good
pretty
start.
on point.
I like that. Yes. All right.
That's almost too corny, if you ask me.
Who's saying this?
You're not here.
Aye.
Nah, that's his writing. in my mind.
Grumbles and pirate.
So I think we should start with that. I like that guy actually.
Let's just
Very
start
good.
drafting. Let's start drafting, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys draft this letter together.
Yep.
What is it just a fake love letter, or are you attempting to
Oh.
communicate some kind of coded message?
That's less fun though.
Is it purely the shenanigans of a love
Oh,
letter?
okay. I'll leave this as a group. That's why I was kind of important. So I wanted to do one that was the fake love letter, then two have a follow up being like, "JK, this is Alok. I stole this from the dude."
that is the best option there. It's the we're gonna put in lots of effort to get them to think that the captain loves them.
have to
JK,
give
hi,
it-
it's me, Alok.
Yeah, we have to give it a good 10 minutes so she can like get it and read it. you know?
Uh-huh. For sure.
That's the real way to tell that it's a lot.
They need to
She
really
really knew this.
internalize this.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. Perfect. All right. So yeah, we just read this letter that's just a full fake confession, full of like he said, the flowery metaphors.
I love to look
Go
into your
ahead.
eye of the storm.
Give me a group. I don't even know what this would be. Is this deception?
I think it's performance.
Sure.
making sure
Yeah, give me a group performance check. We'll just say we'll take the highest among you, because I'm assuming you're all brainstorming, right? So one of you can be like, okay, no, we're gonna go with this. So just go ahead and roll for me.
Here's
Okay.
a proposal. Can I have
Perfect.
advantage because
Yeah,
I've
like-
written a lot of love letters? Had a
Hmm.
whole long distance relationship for like
You know what?
16 years.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Simo practices messages every day.
Okay, well,
Unfortunately.
I'm still not
It's
weird
still the best.
No.
at it.
It is perhaps not that flowery and not as in depth, but it'll do the trick. It is
Well, it is
perhaps
pirate.
almost more fitting coming from a man like Tarek Seabane. You guys go ahead. You write out that letter, and who's going to be doing the forging? I think Alok. You're the only one who saw his handwriting, so give me a sleight of hand to try and
Okay.
forge.
Sleight of hand. Shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
You
Decent.
do a pretty good facsimile of Seabane's writing style, handwriting, that is. You were able to, fold up the little letter in a little envelope. You seal it with the Viper's seal. And you watch as the moment you seal it, green flames ignite at the four corners of the envelope and swallow it up and puffs in a little bit of a at the very end as the seal combusts as well. You have no idea if that means it worked or not, but probably.
This thing is the most powerful item we own.
Now we spend the next 10 minutes making the actual letter, and then we send it.
Okay, so you set about writing the actual letter. What do you put in it? What do you tell Draga? You don't have to give me the exact words, but kind of like how do you identify yourself as Alok if you do, and what context do you give her for what's going on, and like what are you asking of her?
How much do we want to share as a group first? This is for everyone.
Let's not give everything away, you know, that's not as fun, but just
I-
say, like, make sure it's just so far, Alok, and if you want to include us, say, my friends.
Yeah, Alec did mention that like he hasn't talked to her in a while, so like
Yeah.
there's the total potential that like she's in some rough shit and she will turn on us for anything. Like she's a rogue. You never know.
Okay, that's
Uh,
rough. That's rough. I'm sorry, buddy, but
It's
yeah.
life of a rogue, at least when you're that deep.
Hey, can you ask about the? Oh wait, they can't reply, can they? They just get the letter.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well then, do we? So then that's the thing. So we can send this letter, but we have
We
no
can
idea
stop
what
here.
her
We can stop
reaction
here with the
will
love
be.
letter.
Yeah. So we don't know what her reaction will be to the actual letter. Sorry, this is out of character.
Do we want to bring the possibility of her being here? Because we can at least let her know we're in Barfault.
That's the thing. Do we want to set up a meeting? Like, what is our plan with her? Is it to just talk to her, or
Well,
what?
first, she might be able to help us get in the vault if we want to do that. But honestly, after seeing that you can't open the stone door that's in the bottom of a keep, I mean, like, nothing against you, man, but like, that's like we're
Oh,
trying to get into Fort Knox and we can't
fair
open a
point.
barn door. You know, it's
I don't really break into places often, so I'm not very
yeah.
great at it.
So, but I mean, it'd still be useful for her to be here because even if we don't want to get into the vault, that doesn't mean no one we care about wants to. I mean, Sophia does still. So, like, if that is something that will occur and we don't want Sophia to immediately die, having the best rogue in the world, good idea to
Well,
have her here.
But
and Draga Hearth has broken into the Ivory Vault before, if you recall.
Okay, so she has?
I believe it was Sophia who told us that she helped Greenhide break in.
Okay, I didn't remember that. Well, okay. So, pretty good. I'm super up to. I'd feel far more confident if we go with that route if there's actually someone super competent with us to sort of, you know,
Jesus.
watch over us.
I can hide, okay?
Oh, no, it's not just you. We all failed. Don't worry.
No, it's fine. I did do horribly. I did. It was.
No.
Ripped
I'm
him.
just
It's my
saying.
fault.
Look, we couldn't handle a meetup. Like, this is. We're talking about the Ivory Vault. I think we're all underestimating that place.
Oh, for sure. I agree. It's just keep in mind this is a risk. This is not just because I know her. You know, it's not gonna be free because I know her.
Has she ever
There's still-
betrayed you?
No, and I'd like to think she wouldn't, but
It's always a risk.
you never know with her. Yeah.
One of those rogues where you're like, oh, you're fine for now, but we look away and then you might have stolen our stuff.
Well, you wouldn't be the best otherwise.
Darn, you're right. Well, I still think it's fun at least to have Draga, and you know, I have some questions for her. It's more in person, but I'd prefer to meet her at least once. And what's
I
she
think
gonna
it's about
steal from
time.
us? The chest? Yeah.
Titus slumbers menacingly inside the chest.
The chest. Okay.
I mean, like anyone
Well,
else, I'd like to at least try to schedule a meetup.
I would like that as well, I think.
You know,
And-
honestly, I don't even know if she's here, so we'd have to give them a good amount of time to get here, right?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Or should we just put it like a very fast, like if you're in the area? Because like, I mean,
I mean, the thing is, yeah, I guess we can say like we're gonna be in Bar Vault for the next so and so many days, however long we plan on being here. If you can get here within that time, then meet us here. And if not, then don't worry about it. That kind of thing.
has anyone been able to find any information on why Captain Seabane is here?
Well, when we were talking with Sasha, she mentioned needing to protect the captain from the ring. Based on various contexts, I think he's going to try to break into the Ivory Vault as well.
And that's why he'd be contacting Draga Hearth, probably.
Exactly.
We could have some
Probably
kind
wanting
of...
to know the same things that we want to know.
We could have some kind of squad set up.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing, is
Well,
that
fine.
I fear that we're going to end up either all working together or in some sort of, I don't know, race to the end. But I don't know what he wants there.
I mean, at the very least, the prestige is... He doesn't like Greenhide that much at all. If he could at least be also the one to say, after Greenhide, was able to get through the Ivory Vault, even with the increased security, I was able to do it. That's not nothing for a pirate. He really
True.
misses the days of old. Which, that might just be alone, but good money in it. Good showing. Maybe he'll be crowned Pirate King or something. I don't know how the pirate circle works. I know that there's supposed to be a Pirate King. And then I have, no other information. Can I make a history check to see if I have anything?
Sure.
Because, I am... Who's the current Pirate King? I assume there's a current one.
On a 15, I will say that Greenhide was pretty tight-lipped about this kind of stuff. I don't know that he really talked to you much, if at
Nah.
all, about previously being a pirate.
Not really. He didn't talk to me that much.
Yeah, he didn't talk to you that much, if at all, especially not about this kind of stuff, but you probably would have gathered that the Pirate King is an elected position, decided upon by the council. The council convenes, um, and they all have to decide who amongst them should have that title. And the Pirate King's job is to settle disputes amongst territory, like who is able to, raid what quadrant or sector of the seas, who owns what island, settle disputes, stuff like that, dissipate scourges, um, and what else would you know? And that it is also the Pirate King is also given the ability and responsibility to call upon the other pirates to aid in certain ventures, or to rise up together against the navy, or to do whatever it is that the pirates need to do. So kind of like a guiding force for everybody that
Yeah.
everyone has to decide upon. You
Okay.
don't know if there's a Pirate King right now. You would know that there are periods of times where there is no Pirate King.
Okay.
Because the council can't decide on one.
He might be just going for the Pirate King position then. Which... It's not the best for him to be that, but... Yeah. That's less important, I guess.
This is out of character, but didn't he say that someone had asked him to do this mission? I think he got a letter or a sending or something and was like, "Oh, gotta go raid the Ivory Vault real quick. Hang on."
So you guys know from when Gallet talked to Maggie the parrot. Maggie said the captain suddenly stopped, like he was someone was talking to him in his head, and that he suddenly told everybody to go to Bar Vault. So he was summoned here.
Now I don't know what significance that has, but
Yeah, Do we have anything that would persuade Draga to be on our side, Alok?
She was my mentor.
Sentiment.
But things with actual value.
Yes, I know.
God.
Man, illness today.
Oh shit! Let's just consulting the notes.
Potentially that we're, I don't know.
Would Draga
maybe
be
our
up
goal.
for messing with the ring? Is Draga at all a good person?
Chino. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think Alok even knew about the ring. Or do you think he
Elok
would
certainly didn't.
have? Okay.
Draga's pretty tight-lipped. I mean, you guys know about stuff that she's done. You know that she's helped Yeska in the past.
Yeah.
You know she
I
helped Yeska steal the prophecy from Nazara's childhood home in Nazari. You know that she also helped Greenhide break Alceres out. Although whether that was the point of that venture or just something that happened along the way is unclear. So she works with Yeska, and then she does something that goes directly against Yeska. It's hard to say where her allegiances lie, whether it's just like, well, who offered more money, or well, I liked Yeska and then she pissed me off the next day, so I decided to help somebody else screw her over. So I think at this point, especially when you were a kid, she would have had no reason to really reveal this much to you. But you certainly get the sense that she's much more of a gray person than anything else.
Yeah, she was a lot of her adventures were fairly chaotic, and she typically took a neutral stance in many things. No particular reason for those words.
Very pointed word choice.
Weird.
I mean, that means
Um,
it's not inherently bad for us, right?
As long as we have something for her, I'd imagine.
We got some information. But honestly, all we'd be doing is seemingly asking her some questions and seeing if she can help us out for no reason. We'd have to really just get a vibe on what she's doing currently.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's probably fine to try to schedule a meetup, honestly. Feels like, what can she actually do that's extremely negative towards us that she's shown a history towards?
Oh, a tattle? Who knows? Maybe she has friends with
I
some of our
really
animals.
hope the greatest rogue in the world doesn't just tell on
is
other
it a
people.
narc?
If
You'd really hope that they're not a narc.
I'm sure at this point you've noticed we've made a few enemies with a few organizations and people,
Yeah.
especially those with power. And if she maybe had some interest in working with them, I'm sure she wouldn't. Well, I'd hope she wouldn't, and I don't think she actually would, but it is in her nature to potentially turn on us, give them information. I would hope she
Eh,
wouldn't, but
I think this gamble's in our favor.
if you want to do so.
Well, I mean, let's check in with everyone, like, Ruby, who's super drunk and tired and maybe sleeping. All right.
Right, right. I have lots of insights to share. I don't know. I mean, maybe we could just have her meet Alok. We ask her questions vis-a-vis Alok, and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
assess it from there.
Yeah. I mean, that seems smart. Airlock, you prepared to stab your teacher?
Oh, stab?
Yeah, non-lethally, but like still stab.
Oh, well, that
I
doesn't make
know.
it too much better, I don't think.
Just
I'm ready
kneecap
to
her.
turn tail and run, if necessary.
Can you outrun her?
I haven't tested in a long while, but last I checked, no.
We'll be fine. I can
I was a
teleport
kid
us.
at the time. I haven't seen her since I was about
Honestly, let's be honest.
17.
She probably is out of her prime. It's gonna be like she's just gonna be information.
She's very old. Yes.
Yeah, she's
Although she's a
probably.
half elf, which means that she's not that old.
Well, yeah, but like anything can happen. Anything can
Maybe.
happen.
A lot of stress.
A lot of stress, yeah. Partially balding, perhaps. Well, we'll have to see. Just make the letter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like you to just tell me the gist. You're saying hi, just kidding. It's me, Alok. You're saying,
stole
can we
this.
meet?
Well,
stole
I would
this.
also mention I stole the seal from the captain. Ha ha ha. Dot 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 dot. A lot of ellipses. Very awkward.
Wow.
Why are you adding awkward in it, Alok? That wasn't necessary.
Sorry, I was just writing down my thoughts. The pen does that. It writes down everything I think.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. Wait, actually, that's interesting. Because I have the pen, I guess I already rolled well on the sleight of hand, but like, would that have been necessary with the pen? Would that be able to like write down in whatever way I wanted? Because that's weird, right?
I would say it's almost like when you operate like a mechanical hand, your body is using the signals that it uses to move your physical hand, but like it's like transferring down a wire basically.
Yeah.
So it's still like your brain is like making the physical motions without moving your actual hand, so it's still
Gotcha.
related to your own dexterity.
That makes sense.
It's a very roundabout way of going about it.
No,
but
no, I
yeah.
like that. Yeah, because that would be pretty strong for forgery. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, the letter. I'd be saying. Yeah, so we stole the this item to send messages. And we thought about sending you a message because we saw him talking to you in some of his rough drafts. What else do I say? What else do we want?
Let's meet up at the play at this
at the
time.
play.
Well, I mean, that's just,
good. I like that.
Yeah, that seems like a really fun thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, aren't they gonna be at the play?
Yeah. They're
Yes.
gonna be there.
That'll make it more fun.
In box 2.
Scratch that. Do we?
Yeah, that's.
Which I made a map for, so I really hope you guys go there.
Oh my god, that means we have to meet her there.
Don't worry, we're going there.
Okay, actually, no, it's perfect if
Hey.
we do it there, because during the play, that's when you can go and then check, like, that's sort of the part where two spies would talk, right? We're in the
That's
middle
what it seems right.
Yeah, it seems like fitting, at least thematically.
Like between two booths when like there's a loud singing going on,
Yeah, I you know what? Yeah, that's to go.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go
the
with
one.
That's the one.
I gotta go to the play, right?
Yeah, we're okay. Okay, we're writing that down. Meet at
I
the
heard it's a
play.
musical.
Yeah, if you can, if you're in town. If not, then don't. And it'll be nice to catch up again. I've grown quite a lot since I last seen you.
Add that you're an angel now.
You mentioned anything about the ring or about anything like your situation?
I
You asked about
wouldn't say anything specifically. I think I would just say like we would like to, or we are in need of information and may have information you desire. I guess something along those lines. More eloquent.
See. Okay.
Info for
And then
info
maybe-
question mark?
What?
Nothing.
Wait, is it still just you, or are we all meeting her? Or are you just meeting her by yourself?
We're all gonna be there.
Alok
Guess
is gonna
that's the
go
plan.
off on his own.
Yeah, I'll probably
have
roll-
communication with
go
Alok
off.
with the sending stone, so we got backup for him. But I think this is better if Alok does it.
So it's stealthy.
Yeah, I agree. We could also just tell her like Captain Seabane.
Seabane.
Is it Seabane or Seabane?
Seabane, the bane of the sea.
Okay. Yeah, we can also just say, oh, Captain Seabane is also going to be there, FYI. If you need to be sneaky, you can be sneaky.
I also want to like add something that would make it clear that it's actually Alok, but I didn't like write anything in my backstory, so I feel like it would be kind of cheap to add
Hey
something
Alok.
now.
Hey
right?
Alok.
So-
You don't
No,
have to
I don't
worry
think
about
it's cheap at all.
Alok. I'm just letting you know right now. You can't stop here. The nearly page-long ellipses is enough, I'd say. As anyone would be, I think that is extremely telling, at least from this perspective.
I'm sure she also knows my
Yeah.
handwriting as well. She's trained. She would stuff like that.
I'm talking about your preference for milk. Be like, You would always have this for snacks, and I would always
2%.
have this.
Always, we'll
I
drink
mean, I
a.
would say that there's probably like a brand or like a certain technique of thieves' cant that you could use that like she specifically taught you that would
Yeah.
work as like a signifier.
I think like how people would do like bird calls to like call to each other in like the woods or whatever. I feel like
Yeah.
we'd have the same kind of like thieves' cant kind of thing that was like just
Yeah.
between us for.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that like rogues would do. And
Yeah.
that's something that Jocko would probably do because she's sneaky like that. Okay, so you go ahead and you send that message. There is no immediate reply. If she has a way of replying, she either has not had the chance to or has chosen not to just yet. You guys send that message over. And because I want to be a little spicy, Suma, you feel a familiar click and hum in your mind as a sending spell arrives upon you.
Funny.
And you hear this.
Hey there, Sugar. It's Portia. Remember when y'all gave me that piece of burnt wood to analyze? Well, I found out who cast the spell. Does the name Gawain Redshield ring a bell?
And that's the sending.
Let me think on that for a minute.
Last name's
And that is that for
Redshield?
the night. Yeah, Red Shield. That's his last name. Red Shield.
Huh.
And that was just so that I remember, since it's been a while. That was the piece of Lagan, right?
That was the piece of Lagan that was
Okay.
left behind. Way back when. Remember that? I remember.
Who's Lagan? Why
It's-
is Lagan?
Well, it's not Lahir.
True.
That's the only reason it's in the campaign, for that one joke.
For that
He's
joke,
been
yeah.
holding on to it for 40 what,
Long
episodes?
game.
Wow. Long con.
That's my secret. I always play the long game. But yeah. I'll say that's a lot of stuff that you guys have been able to do tonight. You guys can go back to sleep. Even though, really, you guys just woke up a couple hours ago. I feel like a lot has happened. You are able to take a long rest right now. If you so choose, the dome is up. And arise the next morning with new portents, which may come in handy for whenever.
Okay, I have my reply.
By the way,
Okay.
I'm gonna make a new familiar during the
Okay.
in-between.
What do you make?
Quazit. Eduardo.
Hey, boss.
Hey, Eduardo. Trying new things out.
Hey.
Yo,
Yeah.
okay. Not bad.
Okay. Yeah, I heard what happened to Tim. Real unfortunate.
Yeah.
Real unlucky. You hate to see it.
I hate to see it.
I'm feeling strong though. I'm feeling robust.
That's good.
I'm feeling vivacious. You know what I mean?
vivacious. That's a good
It's
word.
full of life. Okay. And Suma, you had a response.
Yeah, I say, rings a bell. He serves the Red Wraith. Been making his way across the seas, it seems. If you hear more of him, send me.
And you guys go to sleep and arise to a new day in Bar Vault.
But wait!
There's
Sorry.
more sendings? Yeah, hit me up.
Yes,
Hit me with them.
sorry.
Yeah.
I have one for Marisa.
Oh, interesting.
I say, after everyone's gone to sleep, because I don't really know what she's gonna say. The box is safe for now. Could do my job better if you tell me who you are and who you want it safe from.
Okay. I need a little bit of time. Hold on. I need to think a lot right now.
No worries. Also, Gallet, I tell you about the message from Portia regarding Gawain.
Thank you.
Because I know Lagan is kind of your thing.
Well, it was a whole nation that sort of got
Well,
decimated, so I don't want
you
to.
were leading the charge on investigating whatever that was.
We can't really do anything about Gawain, can we?
Well, not really.
Well, we could try.
He's gallivanting across the far isles right now, it would seem. So,
If only we
Yeah,
could
we're
see the
almost
world's
there.
map.
Yeah, so I
Um,
mean, you know that the
what?
Lagan was near-ish to Pelea, and that Pelea is close enough to the Far Isles, so his trajectory is pretty consistent. If he was there on Lagan when it was burned.
Oh, not bad.
I will say, Suma, that you cast the spell and you find it unsuccessful.
interesting.
You cast sending on Marisa, it doesn't seem to go through. You have been so far introduced to various ways of thwarting sending, such as when you try to send to Suli and other instances. Like I think the Ring of Mind Shielding also blocked it, or the rings that you had, the rings of Head Empty. I think also blocked it. It is difficult to say what exactly is going wrong here. You can venture an Arcana check, but it would be a weighty one, perhaps.
I would like to just try. You know, it can't hurt to just think about it. 20.
On a 20. There's like a
So much
lot of like
thinking.
technicalities that's happening here. I'm trying to think.
I didn't
like,
even know it was gonna be this hard.
what cancels out what.
He's currently programming.
I would say that you get the sense that something about this person makes it so that your spell and the way you're casting it is not working on them.
Huh.
Something about them is inherently resistant to it.
Interesting. Can I don't know if this is something I would even know, but like, can I think of any types of creatures or like species that have such innate abilities?
Yeah.
Would that be like history?
Not the fucking Skyrim song.
Yeah,
Sure is.
Yeah.
Okay, 13. Not
On a
great.
13. You do know that there are certain races and creatures that are immune or resistant to like psionic influence. I think what you would probably conclude is that Marisa is not who or what she seems.
Seems true.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I think what it is that the person that you were talking to, that you were trying to send to, likely does not actually exist.
So, like, I'm trying to talk to the persona that she showed me, but that's not actually a person
Who she is, yeah.
who exists. I see.
If that makes sense. That's why I was conflicted about the sending. I was like, if you send to somebody who hasn't told you their identity, who obviously, probably everybody in the ring or associated with the ring, if Draga Hearth was walking around and you met her on the street and you try to send to that person, would it go to Draga Hearth? Does that make sense?
No, I get what you're saying.
That's
I
what
kind
I'm
of feel
trying
like
to puzzle out.
I think that makes sense because that is something that, like, out of character also I've been thinking about possibly why the sending to Suli didn't work. And I don't know if that's true, but since she like has a new identity now, like Suma had already been thinking like, what if the sending didn't work because that's like not who she is. So even if that's not the case, you would have been
Yeah, it's like
thinking
to
that.
a person that you know, but if that person isn't a real person, if the person you want to receive it doesn't actually exist, does the sending go through? That's what I had to think about, and that's why I was so I was like googling. I was like, is there an answer to this? And there isn't one. But you can, I think you can safely conclude that with the 20 Arcana, that she is. It's either because she is a race of something that is resistant to that kind of thing, or it's because you are sending to a persona and not a person. Okay, sorry, that's it. I think though that as you guys wake up, am I correct in assuming that the plan is to go to the show tonight? Like when you tomorrow night?
Yes.
The current plan? Cool. Then I think that we can just wrap up here. I know it's shorter runtime wise, but I feel like that's a pretty good stopping point, I think. Yay, nay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, because you
We're
guys are
going to
kind of
prepare for Draga.
taking a long rest. You have some stuff that's like pending for you guys to receive, and you probably Draga might not. I mean, she's a busy woman, presumably.
Yeah.
Not the type to settle down, as Alok probably said. She's probably mid heist right now, doing something else. So I think we're gonna pick this back up next week. Thank you so much for waiting for me. I was at work a little longer than I thought I was going to be, and am exhausted, and I need to eat food. But thank you. I think that was a fun one. That was a fun one. I think I had fun. Hopefully y'all did as well. It's interesting to see how everybody's stuff is like kind of colliding now.
Sure is colliding.
No. We're all no.
Because like in pursuit of the ring, which is a not entirely sumo related thing. Like all of you guys have beef with the ring, especially now. You ran into somebody who knows Gallet's old captain and who also knew Alok's mentor, and also you have like Ruby's entire thing with the Chosen happening at the same time. So that's interesting as well. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else?
Sounds good.
Highland's missing.
We should all just
Yeah.
leave before he gets back.
No, that would be so sad.
Wait, we should what?
Just go. And then he'll be
Oh,
back.
no.
Just all hang up while he's gone.
That would be so sad. I would
No.
cry. Yeah. I'm curious to see because Sophia's gonna be back in Barval pretty soon, and then your crew is arriving soon as well. And Talia Blackstone is leaving for the caverns to begin her, entrance to the choosing in like 3 days.
It is a bad idea for our crew to show up while Seabane is here.
Well, we
I
didn't
feel like
know.
Yeah,
Work
I'm
out.
surprised.
I'm just wondering if Seabane is gonna be like, "Arr, it's the Scourge."
Yeah, I was curious. I was like, I hope they ask about like the Scourge or maybe the Maiden or maybe even Aramis. I wonder if they're going to. Nobody did, and that's fine. I get to keep that in my back pocket.
Well, it's hard because we have our backstories, our intricate backstories that we didn't want to break. A minor
Right, you're
would
still
not know.
You
Yeah.
are still a minor. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't be drinking for that young.
That's right.
Actually, I think after this, she actually will abstain from drinking for a bit because that was
Yeah.
brutal.
Aw.
And so is the plan tomorrow, like, so Ayla goes to talk to Draga, and the rest of us kind of just play interference to make sure
I
that,
think you guys just
like,
enjoy the show, you know, stick around, and then when you hear fighting and yelling and screaming, yeah, probably jump
there's
in.
also something else happening, right? Because then, like, Sasha was like, "Oh, make sure you're there. You might
Yeah,
find it
yeah. They're
interesting."
definitely planning something. But I don't know what it could be.
Perhaps it will require us to do Cheetah's favorite thing and split up.
Yes.
That's not his favorite
If
thing,
we
that's
don't
our
get to,
favorite
I
thing.
mean, we
do that.
already
Our
are.
favorite thing.
Alok already has a plan for himself. Now we have to find 3 more things to do.
Yeah,
It's
it's all,
easy.
Well, no,
I'm
usually
all,
it's 2 and 2, so.
usually, yeah. It's like I'm always like in a mad dash of like, and then meanwhile, and then cut to. And I'm
Wait,
like,
so-
so are you guys doing anything? Are you guys doing anything? Okay, so you guys are doing this. When this happens, is someone's doing something with that? Because you're in different places.
I,
That was what I loved about this session. Was the
it was,
cutscenes.
yeah.
Yeah, cutting back and
POV.
forth. And it's like,
So
how
usually
far
it's
do I?
Gala at night. We break the
Yeah.
mold. You know, maybe something else. Maybe other stealthy boy. Suma, huh? We never go on our own little adventures.
Yeah, you guys are like,
We haven't had,
True.
we had one duo scene, and it was awkward. It was
It
when
was
we,
True.
it was when we, uh, told Syrah that we were not pirates when we got to Palestrom.
Oh, that was so
We got
Syrah?
off the boat and we were like, "What? This is our totally normal boat that definitely doesn't
that
have."
is such a
Did Alok
throwback.
say anything though?
Yeah.
Like, did he
I
actually?
think you said like one sentence.
I remember that. Gallup didn't go because he was dressed up as Aramis at the time, right?
Yes,
He had to
exactly.
like change.
I think at the time it was just unlucky that like Alok never did much with Suma, but now it's kind of like on purpose because Suma he's not, you know. I
I
feel
am
like
scary to you now. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
for sure.
Oh,
And then Ruby's just mean. She's
Oh,
I think Ruby and
boring.
Alok are the dream team. Your guys' scenes together always make
I
me laugh.
love it. It's so bad every time.
It's like awkward because you're like the opposite people, and it's
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
It's like such good like scene chemistry
I
because
love
of it. It's like the best thing.
that blackmail scene,
True. I never
that whole
used it.
situation, just so good.
I don't think I've ever had a thing like a one scene with just Gallet, right?
Oh, you for sure have, and like in his quarters and stuff, like talking about being a therapist. You guys did it for the Nico's
But that's
diagram of people loving each
that's
other or
not like
whatever.
that's like maintenance. It's not like a hijink where it's like
I'm sure
Oh,
you guys have had
hijinks?
these.
I mean, you like became acting captain for a while. That was like a you and Gallat scene, like when he gave you control of the ship.
oh yeah.
Wait, how was it not hijinks when you guys got Nico's love diagram thing?
I think there's a lot of you guys in the same spot. Like you guys were all kind of participating in that. It wasn't like a solo Ruby
I
and
think-
Gallat scene.
I believe I was locked like in my room. I think Sumo was in the kitchen. I believe it was just the two of them, with Nico.
No, you guys were all in the hallway, like by your rooms, for a while. Just like
That was when the Maria thing happened, right? Or was that not?
Yes, it was right before.
Right?
I think it was the night of. No,
Yeah, I think it was the same night.
no.
was it not?
no, those were
No?
different nights.
They all blend together.
It was the night where
Um,
we did the whole thing with the
With the
With
bear
Suzanne?
and the
Yeah, was that not?
chart.
Oh,
yeah.
That
Oh my
wasn't the same
god.
night?
It's all getting mixed up in my head.
You guys did all that stuff before you left for Nizari. That was before the Silk Mother. That was before the Village of the Wind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which was the Maria thing happened when you were leaving Palestrom.
Really?
Yeah, it was like the night before the day of you leaving Palestrom is when the
Oh,
Maria
man.
thing happened.
That makes
Because the
sense
fir-
because then the
the-
devil thing happened when we were sailing.
Yeah, when you were on the way to Playa.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so much has happened in this campaign now that I
Yeah,
think about it.
actually.
Like a lot of stuff,
That's
like
fine.
events has occurred. I always feel like not that much has happened, but then I think about it and a lot of stuff
Mhm.
has happened.
Exactly.
It's just
You
very
know-
condensed time-wise.
I realized something interesting today because I have my spreadsheet of episodes and, like sort of sections of the campaign, and I had labeled episode 40 as the end of like the second section and like going back to the surface of Pelea as the third section
Mhm.
or arc. And I realized that episode 20 was like the first episode after
Mhm.
Maelstrom. So it was like 20, these like interesting like 20 episode arcs.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm interested
Like a
to see episode 60 should be interesting.
60 is the
Wait.
TPK, baby.
Holy shit! Wait, you're right. We've been in Pelea for more than 20 episodes now, or 20 exactly.
Yeah, but it's like
Oh,
tough
boy.
because it's like split between Pelea and the Underdark.
I count them as the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's true. As above, so below.
But wow, wait, that's actually kind of crazy because the amount of
We
time we
haven't-
spent doing the first entire arc we've already done in this one, and it feels like we're just starting this arc still, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot to uncover in Pelea, my hometown.
That
Yeah,
you refuse to
Pelea
talk
was
Yeah, you never want to
debuted
go to your
episode
hometown.
24.
Oh, that's true. I think you guys didn't get here until
It took us a
Yeah.
few sections on the road.
yeah, because I
No,
was like,
that's
I
like
should
a lot.
do travel.
Was
I should do
24? I thought we
ship
got here in
stuff.
23 because
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm
I
pretty
think we-
sure 20 was
Where's
the very
that
start,
spreadsheet?
wasn't
I
it?
know you sent it somewhere.
Oh, here,
I
I'll
wanna
link
see the
I'll link you to
spreadsheet.
my sheet.
Or
Sure.
I have a YouTube playlist, but it's nice to be able to look at it from the outside
true.
like that. Like
Hey, just
Lord.
question. Since I
Yeah.
was out I was in the bathroom. Is the session over?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was like,
yeah,
wow,
you
we're
guys
really
you
going on
guys
a
took a
tangent.
long rest, and I figured, okay, that's a good place to stop.
Okay.
Ooh, I want to
Ooh.
see.
I like these chapters.
Now I want to do a breakdown of like little bullet points for each one.
I wish that like someone could do like a YouTube video essay analyzing the characters
my
and the themes.
God.
Don't test me. I'll do it.
That'd be so
Uh,
cute.
with
I
like
loved our.
yeah.
I was just gonna say I loved our group picture that you did, Liz. With
Oh,
like,
It's
yeah.
so
so
cute. I
cute.
love
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
that's great, actually.
I really dig our new weird outfit.
Yeah, like and the
Super-
like the palette just works.
It's such a nice like little like you know how in shows or whatever the people's like outfits change every like season or whatever. Every arc?
Mhm.
It's a nice
Yeah.
it's a nice change because it's vastly different, right? And probably
So
nothing else to
different.
compare. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an avatar.
Y'all follow Liz
Yeah,
on
basically.
Twitter? Because I do. And I
Yeah.
think you posted like the comparison pic
Oh, I did, yeah.
of like what it was before at the ball.
Yeah. Where we were
What
a
an-
year ago compared to now.
What an innocent time. What was that? What episode was that? It was episode 12, Ballroom Blitz, I think.
Oh my god.
Or it might have been Zealot of the Zoo. I think that might have been what it was. Oh, this like blows my looking at it this way blows my fucking mind. We did Lagan in 3 episodes.
Hey, by the way,
Right? It doesn't feel like it. I felt like it was so much longer.
Hey, I have to warn you, Liz.
Sure.
Brandon Sanderson might be coming after you if you name Chapter 10 Mistborn.
Oh, that's fine. He can come
It's
for me.
spelled differently though.
It-
Like born
it's with
for
an
the
E,
mist,
but,
not
like-
mourn.
But if it was
Yeah.
Mikey Mouse, Disney would still kill you.
Brandon can fight me.
I love that. That's like the off-brand Mikey Mouse.
It's
There's
Mikey
no
Mouse.
way. No way Lagan was that fun.
No.
Just go on some adventures, huh?
No. I guess
Guff.
Lagan was actually 3 or 4, wasn't it? Because we got there on session 3.
Yeah, we got there, but I think we got there at the end of the session, maybe. Yeah, I guess 3.5. Wow, really
Still,
the
like,
first.
it
That was
just
like
felt
your
like-
real.
Yeah.
It felt like it was so much more. I guess it could have been if we went diving. Unfortunate. Never gonna be able to go back.
Unlucky.
Gwaine took it from us.
Oh my god, this is wonderful, Liz. I am happy I'm saving this link.
Yeah, it's so
Enjoy.
nice to be able to
So
look at it
good.
like that.
Yeah, it's really nice to like see this because I can remember like where we were and how long ago, right?
That's
even in-game
that's
and
the only way
out-of-game.
I can remember any of that stuff is having made this.
You-
Otherwise, I would have no idea.
You know what jumps out to me looking at this?
Hmm.
It's been
Hmm.
near 6 months since we last did a one shot. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Really? What
That's
the
That's
hell?
unfortunate. Oh, I was
Which
going
one
to
was it?
offer one. In,
Oh, it was the
whenever
Halloween
our
one.
next one is.
When's
Oh,
the
it's the
next
Halloween.
holiday?
Well, Easter's coming up.
Easter?
Easter's on my birthday, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yay.
That means I was born the
Coming
same
up
day as
soon.
the Easter Bunny.
Wait a minute.
Wait, no,
Next
guys, you
session,
liars.
you will
Memorial
be a year
Day.
older.
Let's have a Memorial Day one shot. Now that
Oh,
Oh, cool.
sounds
So, what will
fun.
you be
Man,
running,
you
Tylen?
play as somebody who's dead in the
Yeah.
campaign.
Well, honestly, we're sort of Memorial
We already
Day.
died.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Liz,
we're
your
gonna-
birthday is after Easter.
Directly after Easter, yes.
Yes, right after she knows.
Our birthdays are so
Interesting.
close.
Interesting.
So close.
Get
they're
your own.
almost together.
This is my week.
That's actually yeah, Mom said it.
Supreme twin
Whose
energy.
birthday? Whose birthday is it?
The ball wait.
Mine
The
and
ball lasted
Leslie's.
3 sessions too. That's crazy.
Wait, Liz, you're a Taurus, right?
No, she's an
Um,
Aries. She's a cuss.
Technically, I'm an Aries, but like,
She's a cuss.
Really?
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
We don't
'Cause
claim
if you're
her.
a Taurus, your birthday
I don't
is
claim
not
you.
Yes, you
Foolish.
do. Wow, we did the Wind Forest in 4 episodes.
I was actually just about to the Wind Forest. You mean,
Forest
like,
of the Wind in 4 episodes. Wind Chasers.
Yeah,
You
Wind
guys
Chasers, that's what I was looking at.
Not
There's
even
5.
just you left Palestrom, got to Nazari, went to the village, killed fucking owlbears and wolves. Wait, you never fought the wolves. You dodged the wolves.
Yeah.
And then met Aramis again, killed the Silk Mother, saved Valaire, and then had the victory ball. And that was all 4 episodes.
Wait, did you count the Dirk?
Oh yeah, Dirk was part of that. Was part of
Yeah.
leaving. Oh, and Dirk happened in that little segment.
And that was 5 sessions, and I feel like that was our first like major.
No, that's 4. That one is split into 2 recordings.
Oh, I see. That's why.
Yeah, because I think sometimes Thailand uploads them in chunks.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I think
just
it was just
because my OBS stops working, so I have to start it again, which you can't conjoin them easily.
Yeah, that's a pain because you have to like re-render the whole thing in bulk, which
Yeah,
is
it
like, takes a
doesn't.
while. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you need like something to actually do it.
Yeah, I don't have that software,
Yeah.
and I don't have the knowledge, so it's just way easier for me to say part 1 and part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it also keeps things a little bit fresh, like, oh, I'm beginning a 2-parter, even though it's the exact same length.
Actually, interesting looking at it. How it was like the chapters were 3 sessions at a time, and then it kind of went to 4 for a bit. And
We really were doing the 3 thing, and then
now it's
we
4.
didn't as much.
Although I think
No.
that makes sense because as the threats get larger, it should probably take
Mhm.
longer to take care of it.
Yeah, I think I started being like, oh, everything needs more build up. Everything needs more setup for stuff to happen. I can't just be like, okay, and now you're going to the Illithid. I don't know. I think it can move
Kind of
faster
like with
too.
the children's movie. I feel like with a children's movie, it's like a lot happens in a short amount of time because they don't really dive deep into it.
Hmm.
Now we have progressed into more complex adult movie.
Yeah, and I
It's
think
like
Yeah.
we didn't.
there's also a lot of like thinking about what to do next, or like assessing what to do, and like interrogating people, and like character moments happening a lot. Um, that's certainly. You know what? We did the Mayara arc in like 4 episodes, and I'm pretty happy about that. And that was including like a full combat episode. I'm pretty happy about that pacing.
That was
Sorry?
fun.
Which one?
The
Mayara?
Mayara, the whole part in Mayara. I think what sticks out is that from episode 27 to I think 35 was all Portia. All getting to Kalsana, finding Portia, and I guess it also is there. We went to Yasar for I think these first four, I think.
Hey Liz,
Hmm?
do you keep track of how long it'll take for the crew to get to Bar Vault?
I haven't. No.
Wow. You never take
Yeah.
notes.
Can't believe I.
They'll be
forgot my
here. They'll be here in 2 days.
Oh,
Well, I guess from your perspective now, since we're starting next session the next day, they'll be here tomorrow
yay!
after
Oh,
the stuff.
shit.
The gang's all
That's
back.
I'm gonna miss them. I
Oh.
miss all of them. It's yeah.
I know. Now we need to
So
pay them. I think we haven't paid them in a while.
Oh, we really need to
and
get that vault, don't we?
and they've all changed. They're all different now. Simon's leveled up.
And that's it.
That's it. It's only one level too.
Oh, I can't wait to see them again. Let's have a ship only session sometime soon.
I hate Palea. I want off this crappy island.
Hey,
Only
I'm with
bad
you. Let's
stuff has
go.
happened to me here.
Let's
This is the
chuck,
worst
let's chuck
island.
the crate over the boat and just go.
Wait. Okay, wait. If we were to do that, Viv,
Fuck the crate.
what are we doing with the literal guy in the crate?
He's fine. He's in water
No.
already. He's not gonna.
No,
Being in
that-
more water.
I
is
don't think
It's
that's.
not a bad thing.
I don't want to keep a guy in a chest on the ship for. Couldn't we just leave him?
Sure, we can leave him on ground.
I'm just saying, it's extremely weird to say, nah. The guy suspended in animation will be part of our storage unit. Like, you know, that's. I'd rather have a water bomb. Darn it, I'd like
That's
it.
fine. Ruby is flexible. Ruby just wants to go.
The more we stay here, the more at least I understand Ruby. Why would you stay here?
God damn.
But
Palea is-
I have very good reasons so far.
I mean, nothing bad has happened to you because of Palea. It's
Nah.
just like an evil organization. It's
Happens.
mostly the Underdark, honestly.
Yeah. But that's part of Palea. It's not like Underdark is his own thing. They're the same place.
In my head, it's a completely different
If
zone.
Palea, if you, as Dungeon Master, Control-Alt-deleted the island of Palea, the Underdark would be no more.
It would just shift somewhere else.
I don't
Oh,
know if
boy.
people could survive that.
Yeah, this is a pretty long arc. I'm
Yeah,
wondering
yeah.
if if it's gonna be worth it, if the payoff is gonna be worth it. I think about that every single session right before. I'm like, should I just like cut to the chase and have all this stuff happen? Is it worth all the build up? of like who's killing the chosen and blah blah. Why is this crate here? And I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
The next ones, I think like some of the islands definitely have much shorter arcs. Although sometimes things just elongate in ways that I don't expect.
Oh yeah, I mean like this session was us just being in the bar.
And then
I can't wait for when we teleport to the moon. Ah, that's gonna be such a good one.
Dude, the
Then I extend another
the
15
moon
sessions.
dragon and us, that's gonna be
Yeah.
Oh, you think I'm not gonna bring back the moon dragon?
It's a moon dragon. No one should ever say no to a moon dragon.
Start a spade. Get a
That's gonna be
spaceship.
very relevant. Also, I really want to show you this theater map that I made, but I can't yet.
oh,
next
next time.
week, next week.
Literally next time.
I put a lot of effort into it. It doesn't look good, but I just put a lot of effort
That makes it
into
even more exciting and more anticipation.
it looks real bad, but I did put a lot of effort. So
Don't worry, we'll make
It
it
looks
there.
great.
yeah. Okay.
We are in
Um,
Avatar right now. Like Avatar had the same. I went to the play, and they had that one Earth city that was very like hierarchical. But yeah, anyways, yeah.
They did do that.
You know
that is
what?
true.
I have my influences. Yeah, I'm excited for next session. I think we're just gonna, with your consent, fast forward to the theater next session.
I do
Oh, I have so many more messages to send out.
I do want to check out the
Okay.
Viper.
Hey, one bit.
I do want to at least. I want you to hear what your description of the Viper is.
Yeah, I mean, Bar Vault is not right next to the sea. It's a trip out of the city, not very far, but you know, accessible. It's not
Especially
an
for
unreasonable
a
journey
closet.
to go there and back.
Well, a closet can do it.
A closet could probably do it, yeah. Yeah, the Viper. Yeah, slowly bringing in those legendary pirate ships.
Yeah.
As we build to the Pirate King arc, which you all know is coming at some point.
Who will
where
be
we get
Pirate King?
It's where we get Simon elected.
I refuse.
Through like some big technicality.
I'd kill him myself.
And that's how he becomes the big bad.
Perfect. Then he'd have earned my respect.
Well, I'm gonna go eat some food, y'all.
Alright, night.
I've not been able to eat dinner yet. So good night. Thanks for the session, and I'll see you next week.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah.